Hello, everybody. I'm so sorry. I was busy. Oh, hold on. Mic not working. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. VTuber kit having hiccup. Let me fix that super quick. We flash mic. There we go. Hi, everybody. How are you? Welcome back to another Great Ace Attorney stream. We will be starting case 5 of the first game here in just a second. But Shad, hello! Thank you for the wait, Shad. All hail the party animals. The party animals king last night. Shad, for those who didn't see, Shad tore it up last night in Party Animals. There were just so many impressive feats I saw last night. It was amazing. How did your stream go, Shad? Banjo-Kazooie! Yes, my favorite game on the Nintendo 64. Yes, you did put up a really good fight. I admit, you got us. Oh my gosh, there were just so many times I was just floored by your impressive skills. We will get a Shad that looks like an egg in about an hour. Why an egg? Wait, what do we do? What does tonight's case have to do with egg? Oh my gosh. This Banjo-Kazooie, oh no, what was it? What kind, were you doing like modded banjo? I was so curious now. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because now you got me so heckin' curious. Oh my goodness, but howdy y'all. The Jickeys of Time. Oh my gosh. It was a mod called the Jiggies. Oh, it was! It's the world of Ocarina of Time, but it's Banjo. Oh my gosh! I have to go back and watch that. I was so caught up with burb work before I downed dinner in like 15-20 minutes and then went live because I was already running so hecking late. But I gotta totally catch that. It's been magical. I'm loving it. I'm gonna have to go look at it. I've never seen it before, and now you've got me so curious. But yeah, we're just starting case 5, so not a whole lot has happened yet, but this is the final case in an Ace Attorney game, so it's going to be long. It's gonna be full of twists and turns, unexpected shenanigans, and I'm expecting everything else we've come to know from the final case in any Ace Attorney stream here. Also, just so you guys are aware, we added 4 new games to the dock. It's all Resident Evil. JT was able to, let me know if stream is hiccuping, by the way, because it was in the red for like just, it was hanging in there for like 30 seconds. Okay, I think we're fine. But we added 4 new games to the dock, all Resident Evil. JT was able to get a really good sale on a whole bunch of PS4 games, I think on Facebook, so that somebody was selling. So we've got RE Revelations 1 and 2, and we also got 2 and 3 remakes. So if anybody wants to start putting points on that on the dock, feel free, although I know it's gonna take a moment because we still got a whole nother game in Great Ace Attorney to go through. Am I just out of touch, or is the 2516 a weird resolution for the laptop? Yeah, we didn't have quality options last night either, I'm afraid, so that I was worried that might strike us again. I'm so sorry, Wob. I'm glad the laptop's doing okay though, from what it sounds. You're almost currently done with Kakariko Village. Ooh, nice. So you're not like, I'm assuming your first trek to Kakariko, or is it your second trek there? But I'm not talking about quality options. I'm talking about how the laptop screened them. Oh, I thought you were talking about the quality options. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the quality options. But let's get started. I just realized I don't have my comfy blanket. I'm gonna have to go get that because I'm cold. Or maybe I could just get my Zelda Link blanket. It's right here. It's my TP blanket. It's not as heavy as the other one, but
It's coming! Sholmes's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistol as I cocked it, and I waited, breathlessly, in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen.
Oh, look, it's me.
Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear. "Look well, Wilson," Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. "For this is the diabolical hound of the Baskervilles."
I'm not that diabolical. I'm more of a gremlin, but that doesn't mean I'm diabolical. What if it just wanted a pet? Our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. Okay, that stream might be hiccuping. Okay, let me know. It says we're in the green, but let me know if it happens again. In that disconcerting courtroom experience we were first thrown into on the day we arrived in the country, and in Soseki-san's terrible ordeal that had followed closely behind, we had emerged victorious. However, there then came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court, which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur and unknown student of law from a faraway land. So life in our little office was very quiet. That is, until it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. So, first trek, I don't know if there will be a second trek or how it works. This is World 3. It's unlikely a banjo game. Oh, okay. It's ultimately a banjo game and gameplay. Okay, I had it the other way around. I was like, I was thinking, my brain was like, it's ocarina gameplay. But with, see, my brain had it completely backwards. Hello? That morning, I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy, but after he'd gone, Susato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Susato-san? Yes? Is it time to leave for court already? Let me see. What case is it today? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I? Oh, no, of course not. How silly of me. But I think Iris said she would make us breakfast this morning. So shall we go down to Mr. Sholmes' suite? Yes. Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. She does, doesn't she? And once our bellies are full, we can leave for court in fighting fit form. Let me see, what case is it today? Here we go again. Man, what's everyone's favorite breakfast? I don't know anything about British breakfast, but man, like any kind of like extra, I would say for me, it's probably anything fruity or chocolatey crepes, followed by any kind of cheesy omelet. We're gonna take a peek around. This must be the telegram. Let's see. No! You mustn't look at that. Not under any circumstances. Alright, I won't. I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san, but you can be very mischievous at times. Then put the telegram away if you don't want people looking at it. I love egg. I know, same. Anything egg, please. Oh my gosh. Comfort food is an egg in a hole. What, anything to do with egg, but I've never heard of egg in a hole. What's egg in a hole? We were rather lucky to find that old aquarium left behind here. The prawns we put in there are doing rather well, and the anemones too. It's a wonderful invention, isn't it? The sea behind glass inside your room? Another example of Great Britain's greatness. Having to clean it out and change the water isn't so great though, is it? Oh man, I used to have a freshwater aquarium when I was really little. Yeah, I would love to have an aquarium again, but I don't want to change the water and everything. Oh my gosh, it's already a pain to clean. Not that, I wouldn't say it's a pain, but like it's a lot between cleaning a guinea pig cage every day and then cat litter and then add an aquarium on top of that. I'm gonna have my hands full. Crispy toast. See, I prefer my toast to be like not crispy. I prefer like warm toast that the butter can melt on, but not crispy. Some of your favorites are definitely crepes or French toast and an omelet. Your usual is oatmeal though. I'm not gonna knock you to your oatmeal because I love my brown sugar oatmeal. It's not the top of my list, but if I'm having breakfast at home, yes. If I'm out for a fancy breakfast, crepes, for sure. You cut a hole in the middle of a slice of bread, butter it, put it in a pan, drop an egg in the hole, and fry it. I've never tried that. I want to try that, but I'm so afraid I'm gonna, like, not cook the egg right. No, Rob, stop. Do not call it that. I refuse to eat eggs now for, like, 2 weeks. Thanks. Oh, that sounds really good. It's essentially an egg and fried toast. It sounds so good. Like, I want to try it, but I always gosh, I'm the worst when I cook eggs because I'm like, I don't want to break the yolk. Do you know, I've never seen inside your room there, Susato-san. I've never even peeped inside. I should think so too. A young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets, you know. Whatever you say, young maiden. I feel like he's being so sarcastic. Oh my gosh. Ryunosuke, my sarcastic boy. The Daruma doll I brought with me from home. Still with only one eye colored in. I said I'd color the other eye once I won my first court case here in Britain, but you have one, haven't you? Twice, in fact. Because I feel as though I'm still lacking as a lawyer. I tell you what, why don't you color the other eye in once you think I'm a proper, fully fledged lawyer? If you insist. And if you look under your seats, you will find an egg in a hole. We've only been in here in London for about 2 months, but my desk is starting to look a little messy already. You could tidy up once in a while. Susato-san, I always say, making a mess is a small sacrifice to pay for being able to further your studies. And time spent tidying up is time you can't devote to the same cause. And time spent on ridiculous arguments is time that could be better spent on some simple housework. She wins, but I'm supposed to be the lawyer here. Look, I prefer to call it controlled chaos. We're trying to... There we go. It's spring at last, and the weather is warmer now, but I love the smell of the fire and the steam rising from the kettle. Oh, would you like some tea, Naruhodo-san? Thank you, Susato-san, but I'm alright for now. With the green tea Susato-san makes me from time to time and Iris's unique herbal infusions, this place is paradise for a true tea lover. Yo, let's go, tea lovers! Green tea is such a wonderful accompaniment to British tea cakes, don't you think? So this is the tea set that Susato-san brought with her from Japan. Let's hope she hasn't noticed me slipping sugar and milk into my cup when she makes it. It's just so bitter. I mean, I do the same with green tea. I feel called out, but I do the same. Tea is a drink to be enjoyed, Naruhodo-san. You really don't have to force yourself to drink it, you know. I don't like to see you screw up your face so. Shovel? Or in the words of Admiral Michelle, Mike, Hank, an uncluttered desk is the sign of a mind unprepared to thrive on chaos. I mean, I don't thrive on chaos. I'm like, I mean, I'm chaotic, but I don't thrive on chaos. That makes no sense. That spade has been here since we started renting the place. Oh, that's not a spade, Naruhodo-san. It's a shovel. No, shovels are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a spade. No, spades are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a shovel. I don't want to dig a hole for myself, so let's leave it. It's the great shovel versus spade debate. What does chat think? It's a shovel. I thought it was a shuffle. That was the first thing I said. So my vote goes to shovel. Oh, is there anything else here that we can look at? I think that's pretty much everything. I think we can move on. Oh my gosh, I think that's it. Hi, twin! How are you? Quick, shovel or spade? I won't do that to people. Oh my gosh, okay. Remember the ladder versus stepladder debate from Ace Attorney? Is that what they were referencing? I love it. So, what was it about? The telegram that was delivered this morning. I mean, oh, a telegram? I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, but you're not going to get away with that. Well, I didn't think I would. Actually, don't give it a moment's thought. It's nothing. Nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. I don't believe you. It was just a boring old telegram. That's 3 times now that she tried and failed to convince me it was nothing. I promise that I'll tell you about it at some point. Alright, I understand. I suppose Soseki-san will have arrived back in Japan by now, won't he? Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after that terrible ordeal. Which would mean he should have completed the voyage already, or be just a few days away. A fortnight ago, we had that very long telegram from him, do you remember? Complaining of seasickness? But by and large, it seems the voyage has been going well. Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? I was just wondering, what might have become of Soseki-san had he stayed in London, that's all. You mean, as regards Lord Van Zeeks, the Reaper? Yeah, I can't help wondering if seasickness would have paled into insignificance in that case. He said Fortnite. He's playing some Lego Fortnite. What is it they say? That no one who stands in the dock can be saved from the Reaper, right? Oh, right. Ladders, since ladders hadn't been invented yet. I mean, for me, everything's a step ladder. I'm so small, literally everything's a step ladder. Like the way that nightmarish trial ended on the very day we arrived in London. Even 2 months on, the cause of that dreadful fire is still a mystery. Yes, but at least Soseki-san is safely out of the country now, presumably that means. That the curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps? Even if that's the case, it's little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding. If the legend of the Reaper is to be believed, it would mean he wields the sword of justice himself. Come to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely not wielding that sword against more acquitted defendants. No, I don't think so. Apparently Lord Van Zeeks hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter. Oh? Yes, since Soseki-san's trial, he's withdrawn from judicial service again, it seems. Really? Just like before, when he wasn't seen in court at all for several years. So, it's just been me who's had to face him in his recent spate of trials then. Just my luck. I wonder if luck doesn't come into it. Sorry, what was that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Alright, let's move onwards. I don't know, I mean, I've never played Fortnite. I will fully admit, I can't say if I would enjoy it. I've never once tried it. I've got too many games on the back burner to even think about trying it. Like, I'm waiting for Paleo to come to Switch. I've still got to go through a fave farm. A friend just gifted me a bunch of games from a charity bundle that I'm still going through. I'm like, man, my backlog is just... My backlog is too big. I'm finishing up the Winter Star Path and Dreamlight Valley. I'm pretty much running out of duty, so I'm almost finished with that. Oh, you were quoting Sans from Fortnite. I had no idea that was a quote. That shows you how little I know about Fortnite. I know, I haven't been able to buy Paleo Pines yet, but when I do, we're gonna stream it. That's gonna be a stream game. I'm kind of tempted to make it a stream game for Mesozoic May 2024 for St. Jude. I think we're definitely gonna be doing that. Morning, Runo. Morning, Susie. Good morning, Iris. Iris? What is it, Runo? What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled. Are my cats okay? I don't even know where my cats are. I'm looking around like they good. Oh, yeah, Megalovania? No, never heard of him. What the heck's a Megalovania?
Yes. You noticed that, did you?
Oh, he's trying.
Hurley isn't in the best form this morning, it seems.
I couldn't tell you, but I could tell you what the sound of a cat throwing up sounds like. Gizmo. With him going,
I feel fine, Mother.
Literally, this one. And then sending us to the vet for a $180 Serenia shot. He's lucky I haven't strangled him. I love him so much. Not actually, but like hypothetic, like mentally. Hello, Mr. Sholmes? I love my baby so much. Good morning. Gizmo, Deku, Luna, can one of you confirm that's what the sound sounds like? A good morning to die, perhaps. Whoa, what happened to you? What happened? Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, sir? Has something happened, Mr. Sholmes? You look miserable, and the way you were playing the violin before... My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead.
Begone ads smiley face.
Oh my goodness, I don't know why alerts be wonky. The alert bar is very wonky. Thank you, Shad, for the 17 months. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Begone ads. And stream labels is borked. Oh no, I might have to update that manually. I think alerts are just having let me update it manually. I think alerts are just a little slow tonight. Let me see, otherwise I upload it manually. The world is dead. Damn this blanched existence. Has he been listening to too much My Chemical Romance? That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence. I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, Iris... Oh, there it goes. Okay, alerts are just very slow tonight. Isn't it time we ate?
Aw, Shad, you didn't have to. Thank you, Bean.
Some dry toast and insipid coffee for me, if it's not too much trouble. He is going through his emo phase. He's like a teenager waking up out of bed. He's like me before going to school. Oh, it's time for the test. Everything's... He's going... Because I had an emo face in high school. Oh my gosh. I had such an emo face. I had the fake streak of purple hair as opposed to my real purple hair. Wait. By that logic, I never left my emo phase. I'm still listening to emo music. I'm still listening to the Simple Plans and the MCRs and the Black Veil Brides. And my hair's just really purple and not fake purple. Oh my gosh. I think we all did. I mean, I don't know anyone who didn't. This is legit the way he is in the books between cases, and that's why he was acting so... Wait, are you serious? Does he just get, like, really, like, sad between cases because he's got nothing to do? I kind of find that adorable. You had red streaks in your hair, it straightened it to cover half my face, and I wore fingerless gloves. You wore fingerless gloves too! I had fingerless gloves with characters on them, so I had like Stitch, and I had Sanrio ones. I'm like, man, I was kind of like the pastel cute goth. Meow. Cat! Cat! Oh look, it's Wagahai. Good morning, boy. Meow. Did they adopt Soseki's cat? Is that the same kitty? Look at the little bow. I wish one of my cats would wear a little bow. They will not let me put on little bows. That must be some sort of tiny door for cats to use. But how did it get there? Well then, everyone, time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris. It would indeed be a fine day to die. I feel so bad. I shouldn't be laughing. I feel so bad, but it's just so out of character all of a sudden. I'm not used to it. I knew something looked different. The public at large didn't know that it was bad. Oh yeah, I don't think they would know it was bad. Something missing from Mr. Sholmes' desk. I had no emo phase, it was just me. Understandable. That's the pronoun that the real Soseki had the cat use in his book, I Am a Cat. Oh my gosh, I love it! Oh my gosh, I still want to read this book. You seem to be I gotta add that to my story graph. You seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What happened? It used to be the case that in my hands, this violin sung like the dawn chorus. Its melissonant tones would make the flowers bloom. It would? But now, the muses are unamused with me. The goddesses of music have thrown me over. Oh, did they never translate the book? I mean, I could still read, not fully. I could read some of it then, but like kanji, I struggle with kanji still. I would need my dictionary. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? It's gonna feel like I'm doing classwork. For hours I have bowed, for days even, though the night I have endeavored to no avail. Oh, it probably has a translation, but I don't know if it's say Wagahai. Oh, okay. That sound, my tone, is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone, gone forever. No more recitals of unbridled emotion. Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Hurley? Don't worry. I'm sure it will come back to... don't worry. That's Ryanosuke. Don't worry. I'm sure it will come back to you in time. Heed my words, Mr. Naruhodo. The goddesses of the arts are fickle. And they also slap. I don't know if you've heard the Hercules soundtrack, Mr. Sholmes, but they indeed very much slap. One day they bestow genius on a man, The next they unmercifully withdraw it. Oh dear. Ugh. Why is this happening to me? If they take the turn I have for the violin from me, what is left for pity's sake? What is left? Deduction perhaps? Isn't that what you're known for? Bless my soul, Herc was on a roll. See, I can't do the growls they do, but actually sit down and listen to them. Those ladies can growl. They're so good. Oh, hold on. A major hunk. Hold on, let me see. The thing all Sherlock Holmes adaptations get wrong is making the guy an irredeemable, jerk butthole who treats everyone like, oh no, wait a second, the button ain't working, so I can't say it. Not only is it not reflective of the original stories, they miss that nice, smart, well-mannered dude who I can't say that. Who snorts redacted when he needs to think is probably the funniest character ever devised. I feel like the modern equivalent is that guy you think is super well put together until you find out exactly how much Red Bull he ingests on a regular basis. That's not good for your cardiovascular health. Modern Sherlock is that very nice English professor seeming guy who you bring a problem and while walking from the door to his office to his desk, he starts explaining the entire solution you need. And upon reaching his desk, he's like, excuse me, one moment, pulls out one of those huge monster canisters they legally aren't allowed to make anymore, cracks the whole thing and chugs it, takes a deep breath and nods at you, and is like, all right. And then what you need to do is, oh my gosh. Imagine how much better the dynamic of BBC Sherlock could have been if they did this. Why even modernize it to energy drinks? Redacted didn't go anywhere. We still have Redacted. Energy drinks aren't nearly chaotic enough. Oh my gosh, no. It's more like you're hiring some guy to do a private investigation about how your husband may be cheating on you and Sherlock comes to your house high. High is it? Yeah. Walks into your living room without taking a moment to even talk to you or sign any paperwork. He turns around, people's as big as God, and just says, it's your best friend, Brenda. I'll email you the invoice, and walks right out of your house. Oh my, because when it was written, Redacted was legal and even considered healthy and useful by some lay people, even though doctors knew it wasn't, and Watson was always trying to stop people from encouraging Sherlock's addiction because he knew better. So consider this, Holmes at 2 a.m. desperately searching the flat for stashes of cans, only to keep coming up with passive-aggressive pamphlets about the dangers of caffeine overdose. Watson wakes up to a stench like Satan's butt to fight Sherlock sitting in his bed with a reheated pot of cold brewed Death Wish coffee that had been hidden in the back of the toilet tank for 5 months. Sherlock's trying to say he's proud of John's cleverness and finding most of the stashes, but he's passed into the 5th dimension and all John gets is a creepy vibrating grin and the sound like a shaking cat. TLDR, Sherlock did die when he fell off the falls, but he was so redacted up his body didn't stop moving until like a decade later. Oh. Starbucks Holmes. Man, here's your lesson for the day. Don't drink that much Monster Energy. Oh my gosh. Just don't. It's not good for you.
Mr. Sholmes, I don't like to pry, but your desk looks rather empty today.
Well done, Miss Susato. Your observational skills do you credit.
Oh no, Mr. Sholmes. They pale in insignificance when compared to yours.
You'd struggle not to notice, wouldn't you?
You mean Hurley's great analytoscope? That's at Windy Banks now.
Sorry, it's at a Windy Bank?
No, Windy Banks, the pawnbrokery.
Pawn? What? You mean you pawned that enormous machine of yours? It has some considerable value, you see. Quite undeservingly.
But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you had consulted us if your situation had become so desperate. I should have gladly passed what little income I have to you.
Dear madam, things are far from desperate.
But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How can it be anything but desperate?
Making use of a pawnbrokery is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you.
It is? It doesn't sound ordinary at all.
It would seem that neither of you fully understand the pawnbroking works.
Oh, what's to understand exactly? What did you mean when you said we didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works?
To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks.
Banks?
On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to their pawnbroker of choice. With the money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through the week.
And then on Saturdays, they go to recover their things using the money they've earned. I had no idea. This has been a fascinating lesson for us. Everyone does it, you see, especially people in inner London.
And should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn, should the need arise.
Oh, how ingenious. So whenever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it at Windy Banks, you see.
Pawnbrokery can be thought of as an extremely secure vault.
Who would have thought that the pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain? Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley?
The silence. What does it matter? The world is dead to me now. Man, that's like the same thing. It's just like waking up and finding out your favorite show was canceled. Actually, no. This was me when they announced that PT was canceled. The world is dead to me. Welcome to a history lesson on pawnbrokers. Make sure y'all are writing this down for the quiz next week. And your favorite bit, Sherlock is one of those cryptid types the baristas talk about. There's a post floating around somewhere who comes in and orders a venti with as many shots as they are legally allowed to add, plus a few more for good measure, and a hefty tip, and then adds energy drink on top of it, chugging it. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Man, you want to... Gosh, man, good timing too, because the Yeti is doing their Cryptid Fest going on, and now I want to request, could they just add Sherlock to the Cryptid shirt? With all the one design with all the cryptids on it? I'm like, could they just slap Sherlock on there? I don't think they can do that. Oh my gosh, me when Disney Infinity 3.0 was canceled after I owned all but 2 figurines. Oh my gosh! If you don't mind me asking, Shad, what were the 2 you were missing out of curiosity? I never got into Infinity. I was going to, but then they announced it was canceled, and I'm like, well, great, there's no point now. Man, I never even got the chance to try it. The fire's burning comfortingly in the grate again today. It's a very different feeling to a Japanese hibachi somehow. Oh, look at that photographic print of a lady displayed on the mantelpiece. Could it be? Yes, it must be.
Welcome to
It's the woman. Oh no.
Where did it go?
Literally messaging Disney being like, where'd it go? How exciting. Is that supposed to mean something to me? I got an achievement for that. There's all sorts on these shelves. Chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high, I can't help feeling that the whole lot is going to topple at any moment. Oh, it's such a charmingly untidy collection of paraphernalia, isn't it? It just looks messy to me, like my desk. But you, Mr. Naruhodo, must learn to tidy up after yourself. No favoritism there. That what about Sholmes? What's his excuse? These are all mementos of Mr. Sholmes' past cases, I think. If he'd been involved in my case, I wonder if the beefsteak from Le Carnival would be on display here. A mystery shoe,
a curious hammer, some mysterious dancing men, a bust of Napoleon. What an entrancing collection! It looks like an untidy assortment of junk to me, rather like what's on my own shelves. Well, you really ought to learn to keep your things in order, Mr. Naruhodo. No favoritism there at all. One wasn't released. I forgot I ordered it anyways. The only one I'm missing now is the Italian race car from Cars 2. And it went out of print very early into the game. Oh no! I forgot what the heck is that car's name? I forgot. Now I'm curious because I'm not a Cars expert. I forgot it. Wait, we're looking it up. I forgot his name. Oh, what is it? Is it Luigi? I thought it was it's Luigi and Guido. They're the ones that run the, and then there's the race car. Those are the two that run the garage in the first movie. But the Italian race car's Francesco Bernoulli. I'm Italian and I can't pronounce this. Shame on my entire lineage. Francesco Bernoulli. You're just gonna try to tap into my Italian heritage and make that sound Italian as best I can. My grandmother would be so ashamed of me. It looks like that huge metal chest is being used as a table for tea and coffee. I have no idea if TTS is working right now because the alerts are pretty sluggish tonight. Artemis can say it, you just can't see him, but you'll hear him. It seems very sturdy with an equally sturdy lock. Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't go around opening things. I always have to keep an eye on you, don't I? You're very mischievous. How did you come to that conclusion? Unless anybody has a Streamloots card that's like talking another language, I don't remember.
Oh, Kami, you're an Italian who insists that ketchup and pasta sauce are the same. You've already brought infinite shame on your heritage.
Because they are the same! They're both made of tomato. Are we really having this discussion again? In case you didn't know, you know Joker's persona Arson? Yeah, Arson, as you know, as you may know, was a fictional phantom thief. But what you might not know, I knew that, but what you might not know is the character had a lot of crossovers with Sherlock. Wait, it did? And the estate of Arthur Conan Doyle filed a lawsuit early on, so the author changed the name to Sherlock Holmes. The writer of Arson's story was the first person to use the name Sherlock Holmes. That is so cool. I love it. I appreciate Arson so much more now. They're not the same, and I'm not even Italian. Listen, they are the same. You take a tomato, okay? You take the tomato, and if you just keep the tomato the same, it's sauce. And if you add sugar, it becomes ketchup. There you go. That's it. Here we go again. Look at Mr. Sholmes' desk. It's completely clear. Isn't that enormous machine usually on it? We can never hope to understand what goes on in the great detective's mind, Mr. Naruhodo. Why, next time we're invited, we may find he's vacated the entire suite. That's scarily plausible, actually. Anything else we missed? I think we looked at everything. Oh no, wait, there's a whole other side. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Iris doing much writing recently, but there's paper already set up in the typewriter, look, as if she's about to start. That reminds me, when I mentioned that Iris was in the process of writing a full-fledged novel, Mr. Natsume was most impressed. Yeah, Mr. Natsume. That's what I'll be doing too. Once I'm back in Japan, he said, through tightly clenched fists and teeth. But there's so much more you add to sauce: onion, garlic, oregano, basil, salt, pepper. Okay, but those are optional. Those are totally optional. But you don't add sugar. See, there's the thing. You don't add sugar to sauce. So once you add the sugar, it's just ketchup.
But if it's just the tomato, it's sauce. But then you can add the additional stuff, because not everybody likes onion and garlic, and I don't like basil. I don't like oregano. I know everyone's gonna go, oh gosh, Okami, look, of course she doesn't like the green stuff in her pasta. And I'm like, well, I don't, it's just for looks. It's just garnish. It doesn't even taste good. That's like everyone, it's like everyone last night going like, oh, Okami doesn't like spinach, Okami doesn't like avocado. And I think it was Mike who was like, if you had to choose between avocado and spinach, and I'm like cheating because I'm like, neither. They're all terrible. That's a charming little white shelf, and full of charming little bottles too. But the contents of them aren't quite so charming, it seems. Science is the future, Mr. Naruhodo. You can't deny it. I'm saving my money so I can buy some chemistry apparatus as well. Law, chemistry, takedown throws. What diverse skills you boast, Miss Susato. As useful as they are, I'm not sure that my throwing skills are worthy of inclusion in that list. This is where Iris notes down ideas, isn't it? Let's see, what does it say today? Ah, the Boscombe Valley Mystery. Oh, how intriguing! It must be the title of Iris's latest work. Oh my! I wonder what fantastic tale awaits us. Susato-san looks like an angel, but I bet she's dreaming of the most unsavory crime you could imagine. I feel called out by that. The same though. Me in the tabletop store looking at all the murder mystery games and looking at their titles, and I'm like, I'm so excited, I would love to stream this and solve crimes with chat. And meanwhile JT's like, she's probably imagining the most effed up thing in her head right now. Oh my gosh. They're the same. Also, Okami describes them being different. No, they are different. I mean, no, they are the same. Stop. They are the same. They are the same. One hey. Sylvie, please leave Gizmo alone. Okay. Sorry. The cats were hissing. No, they are different. They're the same. Stop it. You're doing the whole duck season, rabbit season thing on me. Wait a second. Listen, they are the same. The base ingredient is a tomato. So they are the same. Okay? Listen, okay. Susato, you can constantly throw someone twice your size. That's impressive. I agree. I don't know too many people who can do that. Like regardless of who they are, I don't know too many people that can do that. Unless you're like somebody that, like, even if you go to the gym on a consistent basis, I think you'd have a hard time doing that. Okay, we can also add meat to pasta sauce, but not everybody likes meat in their pasta sauce, so it's optional. Susato and Maya, two peas in a pod. They really are. I love them so much. It's just the same energy, and I love it. Oh my gosh, never look into the mind of a short person. Their thoughts are terrifying. Oh, you would be. If you actually could look inside my mind, you would be terrified. You would have nightmares about what goes on in my mind. Okami, if they are the same, they wouldn't have differences. I told you they are the same. The base ingredient, look, you can interchange. I'm saying, if you're out of pasta sauce, then you can replace ketchup on your pasta, and it's not gonna be that much different. I'm just saying. And you can put pasta sauce on your hot dog, you probably wouldn't notice. Oh my gosh. So a book and a chair are the same because the base ingredient is wood. No, those aren't the same. You can't sit on a book. That's different. That's furniture. We're talking about food. We're not talking about furniture here. Oh my gosh. I'm a short person. I too have dark thoughts. So you know, you have an idea. Our thoughts we probably have like the same brain waves every now and then. Chicken's thoughts are very scary. Yes, I can, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised, Chicken. You play D&D too. You probably have like the same chaotic thoughts I get when I play D&D. Never put ketchup on pasta. I'm just saying you can. You can. I can sit on a book.
Yeah, okay, you can sit on a book, but the question is, can you sit comfortably on a book? Probably not. Not even my thickest book, which is my Spice and Wolf Omnibus. 17 light novels in one. I'd be uncomfortable. I also wouldn't sit on that book because that book's really expensive. I bought that years and years ago at Barnes & Noble during Black Friday. I would never sit on that book because of the amount of money that book costs is scary, and I don't think they sell it anymore because it was an anniversary thing. Let's go, short people. Short people high five. Oh my gosh, listen, it's better for the world that we play D&D as we can channel those dark thoughts. Yes.
Where did it go?
Literally, you can't find the book anymore. I'm telling you. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna do a quick check. We're gonna like do a very quick check. I'm actually really scared to see how much this goes for. I'm going on properties. Hold on. Okay, hold on. We're gonna look it up because I'm curious. Heck, hold on. Hold on. Let me get opera up. Properties. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Oh, it's upside down. Zelda and Link are upside down. This no good. There we go. Okay. Hold on. We're gonna look this up. Hold the phone. We're gonna look this up. Hold the phone. What the heck? Okay, Spice and Wolf Anniversary Collect. That's the one. I want to see how much it's going for. I'm gonna be scared. I'm gonna be very scared. Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh! Oh! Excuse me? $14,500? 965? Nobody's buying. Okay, nobody take my book from me. I'm not selling my book. No. No, thank you. Oh my gosh. Wow, it's just gone. Those are literally the only two listings. Go back to all? Oh my gosh. Hold on, I'm checking Amazon. I'm curious. Amazon, out of print, limited availability, so no. I have no idea what this address is, so it doesn't matter. I don't know why that address is showing, thank goodness. It's gone. It's just straight up gone. Okay then. Well, good to know if I need to put any of the cats through college. I could just sell this book for $14,500. I'm not selling this book. I love this book. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait. Did you watch the video I posted? Hold on, let me scroll down. Is it in Pant Eating Zone? We're so distracted now. Hold on. Hold on. Which one is it? I think I watched it. Is it? Okay, it's that one, right? How to get thrown out of an Italian restaurant, and I wanted to respond to that, and I'm like, man, I don't understand how you could. I was like, I meant to respond to that. I just totally, my ADHD made me forget to respond to you, but I was like, they can't kick me out. I'm Italian. Oh my gosh. eBay isn't a good gauge of value. I know, that's why I don't use eBay. But like, it was only that, and then one that's $965. It's like, there's only so, I was expecting to find like at least a few more, you know? I didn't think it'd be completely gone. That's kind of crazy. But yes, I love that book. It's so good. It's way cheap. It was cheaper than buying them all individually, but now I gotta buy all the volumes of the manga. And then the new series is coming out, which I'm really excited for. Okami, sell it for $14,499 at it. Oh yes, Tyler, it was brilliant. I'll sell it for a penny cheaper.
I could put that money down on our car and probably pay off the car. Oh my god. I'm crying. I'm just saying, it's a good book. That's why I bought that book when I could. First of all, it was years ago. I didn't have a mortgage back then. I was still living at home, so I didn't have a mortgage. So I was just like, I think it was like on sale for like 100, I think, during Black Friday, and I bought it because I knew it was gonna be limited. And I was just like, in my mind, I was just like, well, that's like $70 cheaper or whatever compared to way more cheaper compared to buying the light novels individually, because the light novels are probably like $12 a piece. Just buy the other ones listed and sell them at $30K a pop. No, I could never do that. I could never do that. I hate scalpers. I could never do that. I want to make sure the fans actually have it. I could never. My car was even less than that because I got it used. I don't think ours was used. I think ours was new, but it was a good price. I don't know. JT was the one who bought the car. I'm not the one who drives. Iris's beautiful tea set is there on a table as usual. A cup of one of her special herbal blends always helps me to relax when I'm feeling the strain. The English pastime of tea has many similarities with our own tea ceremony customs, don't you think? It's the idea of hospitality behind it. That's the essence of tea. I do love my tea. I do gotta get more tea eventually. I want to try some flavors from tea and absinthe I haven't tried yet, but tea is the lesson of the day is tea slaps. Mr. Natsume's cat seems to have settled into his new home then. Oh yes, and I've become very attached to little Waggy. It would appear his previous owner is completely forgotten to him. Cats are unfeeling creatures. Their mews as empty as the hearts of the music. That is not true. They are not unfeeling, Shomes. Do you see my... You can't see my cats, but if you could see my cats, they're the very opposite of unfeeling. Hi, Vermilion, hon. How you doing? I hope you relaxing while sitting down. Spend a good while preparing for college finally. Oh, Vermilion! I'm so proud of you. I hope that sounds like it's been going well. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you. I'm like just so excited. I only drink iced raspberry tea, all other hot leaf water with no tea. I can understand that, Twin. JT's not a big fan of tea either, but I will say JT really likes the Queen of Hearts tea from Tea and Absinthe, and that's the one that's like strawberry, raspberry. It's all berry, but that's like the only tea like JT will drink. JT kind of likes the Applejack, but not as much as the Queen of Hearts. But even like as somebody who doesn't like tea, sometimes you find that one that's like actually really good, unless you're allergic to tea. That's also partially it. There's some teas that like JT's like mildly allergic to. Comes down to scheduling, but the worst of it is over for now. Oh good, I'm so glad. I know scheduling, I remember scheduling in college was such a nightmare until I was able to get into the disability office, because at the time I didn't know my IBD counted as a disability. But like before I was able to get into the disability office, the scheduling was awful. Getting the classes you needed was like fighting tooth and nail. It was the absolute worst. I like a good chai. Chai's okay. I'm not like a huge fan of chai, but I'll drink it if it's there. I'm trying to think like what my A tier teas are. Like anything like tropical, I really like. The berry tea, obviously. The hecking tea of loyalty from Tea and Absinthe is really good because it's like a gingerbread kind of tea, which I really like. And we're literally just, it's tea time here in chat. We're just talking about all our favorite teas right now. Tea is leaf soup. I mean, it literally is, though. You just don't have noodles or anything in it. If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place. I expect he would have taken him if he could. But pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience.
And for good reason. Terrible things can happen if the rules of the passage are not obeyed. Well, I don't mind, because Waggy is adorable. Oh my gosh, the baby. Yeah, he really is. Oh yes, what about the door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did that come from? Oh, you noticed? You're observant, Runo. Look, I use this. It's my latest invention. What is that? I call it the cat flap-o-mat. Gosh, a machine for making doors just for cats. Oh my gosh, Iris is the inventor of the cat door. That's right. It can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds. And it can do it in any door, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see. Wouldn't it have been quicker to... Oh, wait, wouldn't it have been quicker? I just slip into Iris's voice. It's so natural. Wouldn't it have been quicker to just make the cat flap rather than making a machine to make the cat flap? Well, yes, maybe. But now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like. Oh, I think it's wonderful. You must make one for us in the door of our office upstairs, Iris. She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl. Heh. Oh, chamomile's really good. I really like chamomile. Chamomile helps when you can't sleep. I know, don't worry about it. I can't spell chamomile either. It's like, I know what it looks like. It does not look like how it's spelled. It's so tricky. Ryunosuke was Kazuma's pet. Oh. Dang, Tylenose. Saucy. Actually, tea isn't leaf soup, it's leaf broth. Wait, what's the difference between soup and is it just broth is just the liquid and it isn't soup until you like add something to it? Is that what we're going with here? What has the powerful aura? Does the cat have a power? All cats have powerful auras. Oh, what was that? Wagahai? Yeah, that just sounds like my house at 3 a.m. What was that? Oh no! Wagahai's tangled up in your violin! How does a cat manage that?
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time,
Nothing is sacred in the house when you have a cat.
The class trial will begin!
All cat owners understand the phrasing of, this is why we can't have nice things. That reminds me of how Mrs. Potts' name was originally Mrs. Chamomile. Was it? I never knew that, but it was changed to Mrs. Potts because nobody could pronounce chamomile. I mean, Potts is easier than chamomile, I will say that. Which means the ocean is a soup. Yes, the ocean is a soup, but fish just pee in it. Oh my gosh. Technically true. Technically broth would be nice, because I mean, that's literally my food, like, anytime before I have to get my scopes. I'm like, oh, let's go broth shopping. I can't even call it soup because I'm not allowed to have anything in it. I can only drink straight up liquid, so I'm like, here comes the broth. I think he thinks it's a toy. No, what's he doing to it? Oh dear, Mr. Sholmes' precious violin. Oh no, why should I care? Because it's probably expensive? What? I shouldn't be surprised. If the cat is a more accomplished musician than I know. Cats can't play violin. They don't have hands. Mr. Sholmes really is in poor spirits, isn't he? Well, anyway, I'll put it back. I'll put it back where it lives. Shall I, Hurley?
More passion, more energy, more
The cat and the violin.
More footwork, more passion, more energy.
Literally, anytime a cat has the zoomies or starts playing. Milk is cow soup. Okay, but wait, wouldn't it be cow broth? Because there's nothing in milk? Unless you add cereal to it, then cereal's a soup. Now I'm really thinking about this. But wait, it's cold.
And I don't like cold soup. I mean, could he technically, does soup, okay, here's the question. Does soup have to be hot? I'm thinking too hard about this. Out of the cat's reach if possible. Maybe we should assess the damage. Oh, hold on, I need a sip. Okay. I don't know, I don't like the, I mean, I guess soup can be cold, but I don't like the idea of cold soup. For some reason, it just doesn't, it doesn't sit right with me. Is the cat like, oh, there it is. So this is the violin, is it? It's a Stradivarius, one of the finest violins in the world, made by the renowned Italian Lucia Antonio Stradivari. There, I'm tapping into my Italian heritage. Antonio. There we go, my grandma can't be mad at me. Oh, I see. It doesn't really look like anything special to me. I happened upon it covered in dust, languishing in a pawn shop down a nondescript back alley. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings. How honorable of you. And until today, it has been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I have made. I ask you, is there reason to live in a world devoid of music? To tolerate this blanched existence? No. There is none. Mr. Sholmes? What, dear madam, what? My thoughts are preoccupied with fancies of release from this dull routine. Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think? What do you mean, Miss Susato? Oh, Susie's right! Yes, the tone of the wood is completely different. And that's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before. Wait, it's not even the right size, is it? What's this? I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all. Then what? I believe it's a cello. It's an entirely different instrument called a viola. Okay. Oh, I don't know my string instruments that well. What? He's so thrown. Mr. Sholmes, are you alright? You're right. You are quite right. This isn't my faithful Stradivarius.
Has been discovered. After a certain amount of time,
so
which you may use however you
this
like,
piece of stringed
the class
flotsam?
trial will begin.
Not your faithful performing partner, then. I see what must have happened. You do, Iris? This is just a simple mix-up. Sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what's happened if we ask her. Oh my gosh. Poor Mr. Sholmes. That would explain so much. Heck. See, I've never had gazpacho. I know what gazpacho is. I didn't know it was cold, but I've never had it. I don't like hot cereal. I like cold cereal. I mean, hot cereal is just oatmeal. A glass of water with ice is soup. No, I wouldn't call it soup. I mean, you can't, ice just melts. Ice doesn't have any flavor. Oh, Kami, be honest, you only know how to pronounce flotsam because of The Little Mermaid. Yeah? So? You want to call me out? What did you mean by a mix-up, Iris? Well, you see, this viola, I mean, was at Windy Banks until last week. At the pawnbrokers? Not Mr. Sholmes' beloved music partner. There is a proverb from the East.
with which you are no doubt familiar with, my dear fellows. Always let a beloved child travel. Yes, indeed. So you sent your beloved violin into the pawnbrokers in the hope that it would experience personal growth? Oh, what a wonderful idea. Last week I pawned my great analytoscope in order to release my precious instrument. Can I yell at Steam for you? I can be like, bad Steam, bad, go to your room. I don't know how much that'll work. It's so hard to get me to slip into my angry voice. But it would appear Mr. Windybank mistakenly furnished me with this tawdry fiddle instead. But my ears cannot be deceived by the hollow timbre of this piece of timber. No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact that it just had strings. Pshaw, a fine state of affairs this is, and why I always say, Mr. Naruhodo, never trust a pawnbroker. They will try to fiddle you every time. But earlier you told us that you could think of a pawnbrokery as an extremely secure vault. Oh, the company, not the software. I can't really. I mean, I could ask them, please. I could try to be like really nice and be like, please, can you please do this? I can't yell. I can't get angry. I don't have the energy for that normally. Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Dilly-dallying will get you nowhere. Sorry? Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect, fressing your coffee so abstrusely. Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency with which we are faced? We must visit Mr. Windybank's brokery at once. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Sholmes? Precisely, Miss Susato, without a moment's delay. But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs. My dear fellow, surely you do not still intend to crunch your bacon with an increasingly vacant aspect, to fuss your egg ever more obtusely. All right, say no more. Let's go then. Well, good thing bacon's portable. The egg, not so much, but unless you make it a sandwich, you can make it portable. Don't worry, Runo. I'd be happy to heat it up for you again later. Oh, thank you, Iris. As it happens, I am rather curious to see what a British pawnbroker's looks like. Okay, onwards and forwards. You ordered a Steam Deck on Sunday. It was a tough swing, but I think I can afford it. It said 3 to 5 days until delivery on Monday. It was packaged. Now it's been sitting in the facility for 3 days. Okay, when you say facility, do you mean in the USPS facility or the Steam facility? Because the thing is, right, I can tell you right now, USPS is very slow. They're very overwhelmed right now. And like things that are like taking like, we've been telling people, oh, it hasn't shipped yet. Okay, because I was gonna say, because I've been telling people, because a lot of people, you know, they're like, is my order gonna arrive in time for Christmas? And I'm like, what's normally taking USPS like 3 to 4 days to send something is now taking like 5 to 6, I want to say. So I was gonna say the shipping's really sluggish right now. I don't know, maybe they're just slammed with orders too. That's the best thing I can think of right now. Like if a lot of people are just ordering Steam Decks for the holidays, that's the only thing I can think of. The Steam Deck is just at a pawnbroker. Man, if I could find a Steam Deck at a pawn shop, I'd be buying it, no questions. I'd just be like, hey, does it work? Okay, I'm gonna buy. Steam Decks are so pricey, but if they're selling it for a good price, hey, I'm gonna take that. Listen, if you're telling me I can take that with me while I get my transfusions done, I can just play my Steam games on the go, I'm gonna take that. I'd understand if it was UPS or FedEx. Oh, they don't use USPS. Okay, I can't speak for UPS or FedEx because we don't use those two, so I don't know how slammed they are. Did Steam say before see? If they're I will say if they're taking a while to place orders, there should be like a little thingy like at the top, like what we do at the top of the website that's like due to due to volume, due to the large order of volumes, orders should estimate to like that's what they should. I don't know. I mean, this is me going into Birdism customer service mode, but that's literally what I would do. We're going to the pawnbrokers. So this is a British pawnbrokery. Oh my! There are all sorts of tools and contraptions in here that I've never laid eyes on before. Ah, Susanoo-san. And that spark of wonder in your eyes? You can't wait to score the shelves, can you? I get the impression you enjoy places like this. Oh yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me. My dear fellows, let us not forget why we are here. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. We are calling on matters of business, not pleasure. And clearly Mr. Sholmes means business too, judging from the spark of fury in his eyes. Ah, Mr. Sholmes, sir. Welcome back. Did you hear that brazen welcome? Well, yes, we are potential customers after all. We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo, and it's time to inform Mr. Windybank of our ear. Come, the fight is afoot. Oh, this poor man, I'm so sorry to be a bother. I mean, if Steam couldn't get it out of their facility in 5 days, they shouldn't say 3 to 5 days from order date. No, I agree with that. They should have somewhere that, you know, like I said before, like somewhere on the website that's visible due to the amount of orders, like, processing and shipping is gonna take an estimate while longer. I don't know if they have, like, you know, a holiday deadline, like place to order by thingy. Like, we have that right now. We've basically been like, print to order items, you have to place the order by, I think Printful said the 8th through the 10th for items if you want it by the holidays, and then our in-stock items, I think you have to order by today, I think, or the 18th? I think it's today or the 18th, but you know what I mean. There should be something there that says X holiday date. Hi, JT. Are you good? What? JT's just doing the dance.
They added some new songs to Fortnite.
They added new songs to Fortnite?
Every day.
Have they added "And I'm Falling Asleep" and she's calling
that was
a cab?
First day.
What?
That was first day.
Are you kidding?
No, Mr. Brightside was the first day.
I thought they didn't add Mr. Brightside.
No, that was day one. Today they they added "Zombie" by the Cranberries.
Let's go. Good choice.
And Nine Inch Nails.
Okay.
I can't remember which one it was.
Have they added Britney Spears?
No Britney Spears.
I'm very disappointed.
But they added Florence and the Machines.
Whoa, let's go.
They added
any Ed Sheeran?
No.
I'm disappointed.
The Dog Days Are Over.
Okay.
They added that for Florence and the Machines.
Oh, so yeah, hun.
3 more tomorrow.
I have a $10,000 book.
You have what?
You know my Spice and Wolf limited edition.
Yeah.
Omnibus anniversary collection.
Yeah.
Someone's selling it on eBay for like $14,500.
Okay, has it sold?
No.
Then it's not worth $10,000.
And the only other one for sale was like just under $1,000. Otherwise, they're gone.
I got 2 amazing games tonight.
Oh well, I told Tyler.
No, I got my mother messaged me and was like, hey, by the way, there's this person selling. Also, I'm watching a video. This dude cut everybody in Epcot in Soaring Over America.
What?
Like, this dude and his group just walked in front of everybody and Soaring Over.
Wait, I think I saw that on TikTok from a Disney cast member talking about it.
Yeah, and the dude was like a complete tool.
Was this the guy that was repeating stuff that was really unnecessary? Like,
oh yeah.
Okay, so it was the same guy. I saw a little bit on TikTok because the cast member was like, people were like, where are the cast members? Why aren't they doing anything?
and because of safety reasons on an attraction, they can't leave their post.
But anyways, I got 2 very, very cool games tonight. I have 10, actually. Good job.
I know. Thank you. I got water in my eye.
That's because you're using the... no, you put on you took the top off.
Yeah, I know.
Alright,
Vermilion! Thank you so much for the 8
fantastic
months.
new model.
we did...
Thank you! I spent so much time working on it. Thank you so much for the kind words.
We did, what is it? Or I got, 4 Resident Evil games, which were added to the dock. So, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 3 Remake, Resident Evil Revelations, and then Resident Evil Revelations 2.
Yes.
Were all added to the dock. And then I got, the Outer Worlds, Mafia, Assassin's Creed Ezio Collection, Assassin's Creed 3, Hitman 1, and Hitman 2.
I mean, if anybody wants to add any of those to the dock, I haven't played, aside from the Ezio Collection, aside from, like, I haven't played the Ezio Collection specifically, I have played the older Assassin's Creed games. I could add any of those to the dock.
But then I also, because I work at a game store for people that don't know.
I did tell people you got a second job.
I do work a side job at a game store because it's super fun.
Well, and we need the money, but also you have fun there.
I need the money to pay stuff off, but also it's kind of nice to work at a game store because, okay, so
don't tell them what you bought.
I still had my first check, right?
Don't tell them what you bought.
I had my first $60 check that I had been meaning to put into my bank account, and I've just been forgetting to do it every time. So today I was standing there behind the counter by myself. And I'm just kind of like chilling because it's kind of a dead day. And I glance over at our Sega Genesis games.
Oh no, don't tell them.
And I look up.
Don't.
And I see a gem.
No.
An absolute
gem. You're calling that a gem?
It was an absolute
I'm
gem.
not calling it a gem.
It's pretty much mint in box, right?
God, what?
Okay, we do have a Shaq Fu copy and it's complete in box.
Do
Would
you
like
want
it,
it?
Tylenol?
We'll just mail. I have to mail Tylenol a present anyway, so we'll just
but it's better
Shaq
than Shaq Fu. It's way better than Shaq Fu.
Oh,
and actually, I'm gonna read it to you guys.
I already own Shaq Fu. Sorry. No, don't get it. No, if y'all can guess what game it is from the. I was so mad. JT came home, pulled this out of the bag, and I was so mad. I almost started wheezing.
First off, I also bought a different game for my.
Don't tell them what it is. Let's see if someone guesses.
No. For my first game, I bought for my best friend Heather. She pops in here sometimes, and I got her. I know she's not watching. It was not Snood. It was.
We do own Snood on GBA.
We do own Snood on GBA.
Oh, God.
We got, and I really hope she doesn't watch this. I doubt she will. Heather, are you here?
I don't think Heather's here. I mean,
Heather, are you here? If you're here, speak now. Oh, wait, no, she isn't subscribed, so we're on an ad break.
There we go, and say it really quickly.
I got her Metal Gear Solid 1 for PS1, complete in box, and I'm going to ship it to her because I already had to ship her something. So she's gonna really enjoy that. She really, we have a ton of Metal Gear stuff.
Me, who has never played Metal Gear.
We have a ton of Metal Gear stuff, and I was like, hey, do you want any of this? And the only thing that was off the table was Metal Gear 1 for the NES, and that's because we have the complete, still in box, Metal Gear 1 for the NES for $100.
That's actually not bad.
It's not bad for a game that's complete in box.
There's plenty of places charging more for that.
And the box is like mint condition too. So, and then we have like Metal Gear 3. No, we had Metal Gear 1. Or Metal Gear Solid 1. And then we have Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 4, and Phantom Pain.
Also, Shad, good luck on your co-op in Elden Ring, I meant to say.
Yeah. But, so I got that for her, so I hope that she really enjoys it. But anyways, the other game that I bought...
Oh, no.
This is on the back of the box.
Oh,
okay?
no. God, why?
We're going to read the back of the box, because this is a
If anybody guesses what game it is, you get bragging rights.
A mint condition box. I'd say very, very good copy.
It's not Barney's hide and seek. You haven't even heard the description yet. Oh, God.
No way I can cram all of my cool features into the back of this wimpy box. When you're a bankable star like me, they don't skimp on the megs. No siree, Bobcat. 16 megs, 16 Mondo megs of marvelous me pouncing out of this car.
Oh my god! They already, Tylenus and Vermilion got it at the same time! I'm so upset. How did you both know that? Is it because of Bobcat?
Pouncing out of this cart, running, leaping, flying, and falling all over your face. I'm Bubsy, and I'm trying to save the Earth from the woolies. No, woolies aren't the thing that you get from wearing cheap underwear. Woolies are are space dweebs and flying saucers out to purloin the Earth's supply of yarn balls. But enough about them. Let's talk about me.
As soon as I heard
this game
yeah.
has 16 megs with over 40 awesome animations, 5 wild worlds, and countless furballs. 16 big levels, an average of 300 screens per, spelled like the thing
No,
the
you are
cat does,
not adding Bubsy to the
level.
doc. I don't hate myself that much.
Humongous or what? 7 different music tracks.
Oh my god.
Just like going to the show to see a Furminator movie.
That just dated itself so hard.
Oh, it dates itself worse. Interactive cartoon. Instead of spending Saturdays playing spend Saturdays playing cartoons, not watching them. This is the one that got me.
Tylenus, why do you have Bubsy?
This is the one that got me. More sound effects. I plop. I boing. I splat. I need medical attention.
That's just me. Why do you have two of them?
No, he has Bubsy too.
Oh, I also have Bubsy too. So Tylenus is implying he has 2 games. We got graphics. We got
Oh, no. We
audio.
haven't even gotten to the beautiful graphics.
We have control.
Gorgeous graphics. I'm prettier than Mel and Debbie Gibson combined.
That just really dated itself, but
And then a
okay.
digitized voice. Next, I'm gonna get my own 1-800 number.
Oh my god. Oh man. A game with controls.
And
As
when
opposed to games without them.
And when I say that, like, this is a fairly perfect copy of the game, I'll put a picture probably in chat here in a second. But this copy is in a cardboard holder still.
Why do we
this
have
is
this?
This is the cardboard of it. And it still has the sticker on the front that is the official Sega seal of quality. And then it also has a sticker on it that tells, watch for my TV special Thanksgiving weekend.
I don't think you can call it quality in the parentheses here, disclaimer, air quotes. Quality.
So I saw this on the shelf and I was like, there's no way. And I picked it up and I'm like, holy, this game is like in like mint condition, and I really want it for some reason, and it was only like $20 for a mint condition copy. And then,
to be fair, I saw $350 on it, and I almost thought you spent $350 on Bubsy, and I almost like
murdered me.
Yeah, I almost murdered you.
So there's also a couple of other Genesis games that we have. We have Echo the Dolphin, of course.
Before Tylenus, you asked me which Echo the Dolphin. It's Tides of Time. I already checked.
It is Tides of Time. And then there's a couple of others. There's the Ren and Stimpy game for the Genesis there. And then we have Shaq Fu.
There you go.
We have Shaq Fu. And we have a couple of other really good ones. I mean, to give you guys an idea of the stuff that we have at my work, it's really fucking nice.
I mean, I would like the Echo the Dolphin one. I'm not gonna lie.
We got a basically brand new Game Gear. Someone just didn't want anymore. And it's like in mint condition. It has like 2 scratches on the screen, and that's it.
Dang.
We have a complete in-box copy of Silent Hill: The Room.
I want that so bad. I thought I had a copy, and I guess my friend has it because I know I bought it at New York Comic Con years ago. Because we found it for like, I think $40, $50 and I bought it and now I don't remember which one of us has it. I don't think it's me.
We can check. We can check the PS2 game.
I actually really like Silent Hill 4.
Silent Hill 4 is really good. You know what we also have?
It was my first Silent Hill.
We also have Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City Collector's Edition.
Well, I know people want me to play a Resident Evil game because I've never played.
Raccoon City.
No, I know we're not playing.
We're not playing Operation Raccoon City.
No, but I meant like, I think 7.
We also have Beautiful Joe, a complete copy of Beautiful Joe.
I kind of want that.
I do too. And yeah, I mean, we have a lot of complete copies of games. Like, there's a lot of really good games. Like, you can get Metal Gear Solid 2 Complete Edition for $20 at my work.
Which isn't bad.
That's not bad at all.
I think Luna's here to play Bubsy.
And, best thing about it, too, is my boss actually let me get in on the giveaway we have this week.
What are you guys giving away?
I don't know. She hasn't decided yet. Last week, it was
that was
the choice.
Nice of her.
Last week, it was a choice. The week before it was a $25 gift card.
Uh-huh.
The week before that, or last week, was an Atari 2600, complete working condition.
Okay.
Or a Wii.
I mean, we have a Wii, don't we?
We have like 3.
Okay, so we're good. Cats love Bubsy.
So
She just heard the personality. She heard the cat puns.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know what we're giving away this month or this week, but it might be good. And I
just want that Echo the Dolphin.
All I'm saying is if I end up winning and it's something decent, I might, or if she lets me like pick a game, I'm picking Silent Hill.
Okay, good for it. This entire scene is Windy Bank talking about all the games he has at the pawnbrokers.
What are you playing?
Ace Attorney.
Oh. I haven't played these Ace Attorney games.
No, we're on the last case of the first Great Ace Attorney.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. I recommend. I mean, we own it. Thanks to Grant, we own it. Naturally. Oh, thank you. You will recall this. When I retrieved from you some days ago. Goodbye, JT. Yes. This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windybank. The color of the wood is different. It has holes in it. It's not even the same size. A wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sholmes. I'm so very sorry, sir. How utterly unforgivable of me. An inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There is only one way to make amends. Where's he going? Oh! Okay, sir. I thought he was gonna, like, rob us. I shall have to take my own life. No, you don't have to do that. That was a simple mistake, sir. You're going a little too far there. I don't think that will be necessary, do you? If I may just say one thing before I pop off. Yes? Mr. Sholmes, I think you should stop him. It was you, Sir Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe. Sorry. As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin when I heard, here it is. You did? And when I turned to controvert you, you had taken the viola and left, sir. Mr. Sholmes, that kind of sounds like you messed up a little bit. However, there can be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. No, it's not your fault. Sounds like Mr. Sholmes made an oopsie-whoopsie. So I shall not grumble or grouse any longer. May this guilt die with me. No. Stop, my dear fellow. The fault is mine. Phew. It would appear that the fight is over. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windybank. Evidently, my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Herlock Sholmes without that questionable disposition now, would you? I do believe you may be right, sir.
It's either laugh or cry, I suppose.
You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I needed to remind you of the peculiar collection of items you've brought through my door in the past.
Oh, peculiar items?
You know Susato wants them. In the extreme, ma'am. For example, the unpublished manuscript of an eponymous work, the novels of Herlock Sholmes, or some such.
Oh my! A new full-fledged novel? And unpublished?
A story I have yet to read, you mean?
Forgive me! Wait, before you die, you must tell me more.
Thank you for adding the Bubsy quote. I appreciate it. I hate that it's there now.
I must know more. Tell me everything. Wow, Susato-san's really fired up now. Is there really an unpublished story under this very roof?
Thanks. Thank you for finding all these quotes dug up from the past. Well, one... Darn it. God. 2021 and 2022 were cursed. Well, one day the gentleman here brought in an old metal chest, you see. I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Windybank. For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir. Not a farthing more. Okay, thank goodness. I was gonna say, that sounds like an Apollo Justice quote. It houses something of very great value indeed. The latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of one of Mr. Herlock Sholmes. I beg your pardon? A manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript? Indeed I do, for I am confident it will be quite safe here. And that was that. As such, Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom.
Mr. Sholmes, is that really true?
Wrong voice.
Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this?
I shall continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely.
Of course, sir, of course. The safe fits sound with me, I assure you, on my life. This is all very strange.
Understatement of the century.
I wonder, could I ask you something?
Ah, a gentleman from the East, I see. Yes, that sable suit. I suppose I could offer you 6 pence for it. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull.
Sorry?
For that, I'll give you even less money. Oh my gosh, it's like trading in a game at GameStop. Aha, but for your splendid attire, ma'am, 5 guineas, no less. The colors are exquisite. The design exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say. It is so pretty. I love the floral. I love the pink and purple in the floral. I have one that's close to that.
Oh my, 5 guineas, you say?
I got one from Epcot that's like close to it. How interesting. I think it's plum blossoms.
Why do I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here? Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it said that the pawnbrokers are used rather like banks here in London.
Yes, sir, indeed. Many of my customers utilize the establishment as you describe. Oh my goodness, you give it a limited edition Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch? I will give you 5 shillings. I appraise their items and offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure stowage. If in that time they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest, their items are happily returned.
But what happens if they don't pay you the money?
Then the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me.
So you never sell items before the 2 months has passed, then?
That's right, ma'am. That's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Sucks to be that Bubsy is mine. Oh my god.
Vermilion. Do you want the Bubsy? I don't want it in my
I won't tell JT, I just don't want Bubsy in my house. It's just so cursed. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all. Bubsy is not my friend. Bubsy's just cursed. The very idea, Mr. Windybank, is an absurdity. Oh, Kami, I'll give you a second, Kami. No, Tyler knows I love you. You don't have to go that far. One should never talk of one's demise so casually. Says the man who was telling us all it was a good day to die only this morning. And let us not forget that I have already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs. Oh, what sort of measures? I engineered a simple device which Mr. Windybank has installed here in his shop. I call it the Red-Handed Recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Windybank? What was that deep sigh about? What on earth is a red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are two just below the ceiling.
I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device.
Very astute. It is indeed a camera, furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. Here, I have an example I can show you. Why do I have a feeling? Look at that dog. That's like a realistic dog. That's a golden retriever. Look at that good boy. Ah yes, a print from the camera set to record the activity at the shop counter. I developed a special type of film so sensitive it produces a crystal clear image even in darkness.
Really? That's extraordinary. Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look.
So you see, were someone to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed.
But did you not say that the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals?
Indeed, as you say, my dear madam.
Then what if the incident were to occur in between times?
One could only say, that would be a cruel twist of fate. Exactly, Vermilion. 29 minutes to go. I must confess, your devices have been... Although that's 29 minutes that we don't see anything. I know this is gonna be important. I must confess, your devices have been giving me some cause for distress of late. I beg your pardon, Mr. Windybank. Surely they are anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word. It's the cost of the film, sir. You most graciously place not one, but 2 cameras in my shop after all, which means I must pay for nigh on 100 utterly useless prints every single day. Oh, I didn't even think of that. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbrokery, no? Mr. Sholm, shouldn't you be supplying the prints then? My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price. Oh, heaven help us. Now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your precious violin. Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Windybank. Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to pop, Because if anything were to happen to one of them, that's ominous. This would be the only answer.
I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt.
As we all, you know, that one Gargoyles episode about gun safety. He did not watch it. Fear not.
Sorry?
He really does need to stop. I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be harmed. Why do I have the feeling this is gonna play a part in something important?
That's not really what I meant.
Good day to you, then, Mr. Windybank. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes. I think Mr. Sholmes needs to find a new pawnbrokery because he's causing nothing but this poor man stress.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, now we can explore at last.
Oh, I guess we could look around the pawnbrokery. I don't think we've really looked around here.
Look at this! What could this lovely big shiny box be?
That, my dear madam, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country.
Oh my, yes, but I've certainly never seen one so large before.
Shall we listen a while?
Oh, it's pretty. What a sublime sound. It's like the music of angels. I've never heard anything like it before in my life.
This particular specimen is of the larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There's a metal disc inside on which the notes to be played are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played.
My goodness! What a simply delightful machine!
Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course.
Ah, science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace.
Although, of course, we have my favorite here. My favorite music box. I don't know if chat can even hear this. I can certainly try. Oh, why is it? There it goes. JT got that for me. I forgot one, but JT got that Jurassic Park music box for me as a present a while ago. It just stays on my desk next to my blue figure. I love it so much. I just also temporarily turned into a music box, which was kind of hilarious to me.
What an assortment of things that are on the shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks and watches. Almost anything you care to imagine.
Those are forfeited items, offered for sale by the pawnbroker.
What does that really mean, though?
When you pawn, or colloquially, pop an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in his store for sale, at a price of his choosing.
Oh yeah, now you've explained it. I'm noticing little price tags on everything.
Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow.
My treasured university uniform? Never! It embodies my student spirit.
That's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it?
15th of April, today's date.
Yes, that's not for sale, I must point out. It is an Eastern-styled, page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. The perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Windybank.
And who was it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before?
Well, when the agreed storage period has passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see. So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say.
Oh yes, I can see you're very dedicated to your job.
Oh, hold on, what's that?
look at this. Whatever could it be used for? I have no idea. There's a small catch just here. Look.
Ah, yes, April 15th, also the day crabs wait, was it actually wait, was that the actual date of the SpongeBob movie? I'm so impressed if you just remembered that off the bat, Vermilion. I'm looking, hold on. SpongeBob, April, the day crabs for the day. I'm just so...
No, wasn't March 14th Mr. Crocker Day?
Wait, hold on. Oh, it is March 14th. Oh my gosh, you're right. No, yes, Mr. Crocker Day was March 15th. So wait, March 14th was the day crabs fried. March 15th was the day Crocker lost his fairies. Man, why am I remembering all this? April 15th is the day where Jack could not fit on the door.
You know,
frick, you're not wrong. Gosh darn it. I'm crying. Oh, this plan Z can't possibly fail.
We're going to open it, aren't we? Oh my, that's amazing. It has some sort of spring-loaded mechanism, which we'll never manage to put back to the way it was before.
What are you two doing?
What? Us? Nothing. No. Nothing at all. Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. I feel as though I've seen something similar to this elsewhere. It's almost like Mr. Shomes wears that. What else we doing? What else we doing? There seems to be a little door, hidden behind that curtain there. Shell! Hello, Shell! Thank you so much for the raid! How was your stream tonight? Hello, Shell Squad! How's everyone doing tonight? Oh, it was podcast tonight! I forgot. It was with Geo and I know, oh gosh, who else was with you on podcast tonight? It was Sega. You guys were talking about Sega tonight, right? If I remember? Hi, Ben! Hi, how you doing, friend? Oh, it was with Cutie Caitlin. I was like, I think you guys were talking about Sega. I have to catch up on it. I hope it was good. Oh, speaking of Sega, oh, Shell. But did you discuss Bubsy? Because we did. Yes, so actually funny enough you bring that up, Shell, because my other half came home today from second job and was like, I bought something, because they work at a retro video game store for a second job. And I was like, oh honey, what'd you bring home? I was so excited. And literally JT pulled out a boxed copy of Bubsy. And I'm so upset we own it now. We don't even have a Sega Genesis, but we have Bubsy. Oh, you talked about the announcements from the Game Awards. Nice. My favorite thing they announced was Jurassic Park Survival. I'm crying that's still happening. I'm so thrilled. I'm still like really sad they shut down that fan project, but that's probably the reason why, I want to say. They probably were already developing Survival or something, but I'm so excited for it. I cannot wait, honestly. I'm on pins and needles. But hi everybody, welcome. I hope everyone enjoyed Shell's podcast. I hope everyone had a good time. As always, guys, make sure you're following Shell. I love Shell. Shell's one of my bestest friends here on Twitch. I adore Shell. And the same goes for Shad too, for the waits earlier. Make sure you're following them both. But hi everybody, yes, welcome. We are on the final case of the first Great Ace Attorney game. So if you're avoiding spoilers, by all means, feel free to duck out. I would never want to spoil an Ace Attorney experience for anyone, because these games are best when you're not being spoiled. But if you would like to stick around and catch the rest of Ace Attorney, feel free to sit back and lurk with us if you enjoy it, or if you've already seen a great Ace Attorney. But like I said, if you do not want to be spoiled on Final Case, please step out. I am very happy to see you, but never gonna spoil that Ace Attorney experience for anyone who hasn't, because it is fantastic. But we are at a pawnbroker for Mr. Shomes right now. The grape Ace Attorney. Man, I kind of want some grapes right now. Tylenose, can we go out and buy some grapes? There seems to be a little door hidden behind that curtain there. That leads to the storage room, where Mr. Windybank keeps articles that are currently on pawn. I see. I want to play this on my own, but I just wanted to lend some support. No worries, Shell. Thank you so much, buddy. Have a good night. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. I shall chat with you real soon. But yes, I definitely. Oh gosh, when you do play this game, I will have so much to talk about with you. There's nothing of particular interest inside. I certainly wouldn't recommend any larcenous activity. Recommend it or not, it's not something I tend to do. There is but one key, and Mr. Windybank keeps it in his pocket at all times. Before he sleeps, he places it into a small pot which he slides under his pillow. 1, why do you know this? And 2, why do I feel like Alright, I'm already predicting how this is gonna go. Mr. Windybank is gonna get murdered. Stuff from the pawn shop's gonna get stolen, and all this information, including the security camera, is gonna come into play. I'm already calling it. How on earth do you know about that, Mr. Shomes? I am a detective, sir. It is my business to know what others do not. I am frequently assailed by information that I neither care for nor wish to retain. Unless you're like Edward Cullen and crawling into his window at night, how do you know this? Mr. Shomes, you are a wonder. And the prime suspect if this pawnbrokery is ever burglar. Exactly, I feel like they're leading up to the foreshadowing is like really thick, I feel like, right now. Oh, look, there's like, oh, those aren't hammers. I thought they were hammers. Look at that enormous ledger open on the counter there. Mr. Windybank is, if nothing else, very particular about recording the items he accepts. He'd have to be. Otherwise, he'd get himself into all sorts of trouble. Which might explain the thing that catches my eye far more than the ledger. This revolver here, I feel like someone's gonna get... Gosh, I don't know if it's... I feel like it's so obvious. But I'm also wondering, do they just want me to assume what's going to happen? You know, are they going to play with my expectations? Do not entertain even a single thought of pilfering an article herein, my dear fellow. Do I have a cat? Okay, no. I assure you, Mr. Windybank would not hesitate to draw that weapon with a speed belying his portly size. Oh, you don't mean he'd... Blow his brains out, indeed, in recompense for his blunder. Oh my. But in any case, of course we would never do such a thing. How could you even suggest it? No, this is a nice, peaceful case with no death or crime whatsoever. Of course, it's the final case of an Ace Attorney game. Why would there be anything like that? Alright, I think we can leave the pawnbrokery. Let's go to Baker Street. I don't think there's anything else to do here. Unless there was something I'm missing. Look at all the different things in the window of the shop. Ah, that's Windybank's, the pawnbrokery. It looks much smarter than a pawnbroker's in Japan, doesn't it? Yes, you're right. I find pawn shops at home rather inapproachable, personally. It reminds me of tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. I felt so miserable. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, I feel so bad. Why did he have to get rid of it? It's already been 2 months since we started taking lodgings here above Mr. Sholmes's office. I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this. Oh, I know. To actually be sharing accommodation with the world's greatest detective. If I ever find myself before a court of law, now, I will have not one regret. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd be happy to defend you, of course. I'm thinking about the parallels right now to Phoenix and Maya, and I don't like where this is going. I hope that's not foreshadowing anything, or maybe that's future foreshadowing. I don't know. Do we go back to the suite because we have the violin? Do we go back upstairs? Did I miss something at the pawnbrokers? Oh, here we go. No? Can it really be that we've been in Great Britain for 2 months already? Yeah, it's gone by in a flash, hasn't it? And what an English gentleman You trailed off there, Susato-san. I'm so sorry. When I thought it through, I realized it's not all true, actually. I simply don't feel that any Britishness has really rubbed off on you. Nor you, to be honest. Well, that's obviously because... I know, without a doubt. It's your kimono. It most certainly stands out. I do adore the attire of English ladies. It's quite delightful. But somehow, I just don't feel ready to abandon my Japanese dress just yet. I wonder how Susato-san would look in Western clothes. That would be interesting to see. I probably just missed something. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the pawnbrokery just to be sure. Doesn't allow me to converse with anyone. Maybe I did miss something. Maybe not in here, but maybe in a different place I might have. Just double checking. Scanning. Scanning. Scan. Nothing? Wait. There we go. Now, what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does? It's a gotcha machine. It seems to have 2 little windows for looking through. Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you are looking at is a stereoscope. A stereoscope? Fascinating. It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself. Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me for a moment while I have a look. Just before you do, there is something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically, as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today. All right then, I'm going to try it. Mr. Naruhodo, you must see, at once! Oh, all right then. So I need to be cross-eyed like I'm trying to look at my own nose? What the? I don't believe it. It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you could reach out and touch it. Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They are often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them. Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic? It is no magic, my dear madam. It is, well, the future. Far too complicated to explain at present. We shall have this lesson for another day. I don't think he knows how it works. Oh. What? Only tuppence for it? That ain't fair and you know it. Tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. Feed the birds.
Okay, oh boy, time for features which made more sense on the 3DS. Oh joy. Let me crank my 3D function on my Switch here. The article is barely worth a penny, miss. I cannot afford more. Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter. Come on, that can't be right. Have you even had a proper butcher's at it? I've seen all I need to see, young girl. Is that Gina? Wait, don't we know? I'm sure I recognize her. Oh, yes, it's the young lady from Mr. McGildich's trial 2 months ago. It's she! I'm gonna take a sip while we go through a flashback. Okay. Gordon, Bennett, you lot! Hello, Miss Lestrade. I hope you've been well. What? You remember me then, do ya? Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure. So, what are you doing in here? Down and out like the rest of us. Nothing to eat? Come to pop that black weasel? Sorry, coat Avia. What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone comment on it? Ah, good day, unless I'm much mistaken. You would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher, and it looks like she got another one. Mr. Sholmes! So, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article, and I shall negotiate with Mr. Windybank on your behalf. Pull the other one. I don't need no help from some stuck-up D. Get out of my business. Go on, or I'll make trouble for ya. As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I will happily remove myself from your presence. He's really done it. He's gone. I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here. What is that thing he has in his hand? Some kind of metal disc? Oh no, it's the disc from Digimon Adventure 02. No, they weren't discs, they were gears. But this is circular. And you, go on, leave me alone. Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest. He did fade. he just got beamed out of the room. Susato-san can really stand her ground when she wants to. Whatever. Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Miss Lestrade. Yeah, well, I am, alright? I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. That a problem, is it? No, not at all. It's just that, well... Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong to her. Probably got it on dive, didn't she? Yeah, I could see it written all over your Chevy Chase. Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines. You're not going to deny it, Mr. Naruhodo? Alright then, I'm just going to come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people? Well, I don't know how best to answer that, really. Have a good night, Rob. Thanks for stopping in. I'll talk to you soon. Suppose sometimes. You're not going to deny it either, Miss Lestrade? But not this time, alright, I swear. That thing belongs to me. The disc that Mr. Windybank is holding. Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. Do I have to ask him?
Mr. Windybank, what exactly is this metal disc that Miss Lestrada's brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface.
This is a music disc, you see, for use inside a music box.
In a music box? What, you don't even know what a music box is? Tsk, you Eastern lot ain't too savvy, eh? I know what a music box is. I've just never seen one of those discs before.
The small protrusions on the metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going and beautiful music plays.
It's so incredible. Tell us, what tune is on this disc?
Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music box, you see. British-made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for.
I see.
And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny.
That's a packet of lies. You've told me he did. He said it was, well.
He? Who?
Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. That disc's worth good money, I know it is.
Well then, you'll have to try your luck at another of the pawnbrokers, won't you?
Ugh.
How did she reference a Chevy Chase? He was from 50 years after this event at least. She can see into the future. Oh, so no, don't worry, Chad. I hope you're enjoying your Elden Ring time. The actor was named after the Ballad of Chevy Chase. I have to look. Hold on. I have to look it up. Oh, hold on. Hold on. My mouse is giving me trouble. Okay. The Ballad of Chevy Chase. Wikipedia to the rescue. Okay, it's an English ballad cataloged as child ballad. There are two extant ballads under this title, both of which narrate the same story. As the ballad tells the story of a large hunting party upon a parcel of hunting land or chase in the Cheviot Hills, a range of rolling hills straddling the Anglo-Scottish border between Northumberland and the Scottish borders, hence Chevy Chase. The hunt is led by Percy, the English Earl of Northumberland, against the wishes of the Scottish Earl Douglas, who had forbidden it. Douglas interprets the party's arrival as an invasion of Scotland and attacks. Only 110 people survived the bloody battle that followed. Man, that's dark. I was not expecting that. Oh. Oh. Okay, I was having trouble minimizing. Oh, there it goes. Okay, my mouse is good. May have derived from the French word chevaucher. I'm so sorry. I probably mispronounced that so bad. She's been in before, of course. The little tatterdemalion.
I see.
And brought some dubious article or other with her every single time, I might add.
Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me. So, is there something dubious at all about the dish she brought in today?
Well, if only it were that simple.
Sorry, what do you mean?
What she actually brought in was a storage ticket.
Ah, a storage ticket. So, Miss Lestrade has actually come to redeem an article from you today, is that right? Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs storing. Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious.
The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight, but as she gave me the ticket for it and repaid both the loan and the interest, I was obliged to return the article to her.
But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windybank.
The little scamp is wearing it, ma'am. It's the overcoat that she redeemed.
Oh. What? What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. So, what about the disc then? How does that come into all this?
The disc is something else. A new article to pawn if the girl and I can agree a price. A dubious disc. It's going to evolve Porygon 2 into Porygon Z. When am I getting my Pokemon? Man, wouldn't that be cool? Ace Attorney characters with Pokemon. I would love Pokemon in court battles or just Pokemon battles. I have so many ideas just brewing in my head now.
I'm confused. I thought you said that Miss Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today.
It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and the money owed on it, as you say.
For this heavy black coat, which you returned to her care, as I understood it.
That's right, yes, and rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she went rifling through the pockets.
Oh, you mean...
What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady?
I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it?
If you mean this disc, then yes, exactly, madam.
And she immediately tried to pawn it? For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think.
Give it up. I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would.
Miss Lestrade, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place?
Well,
me. It doesn't really appear to be your size.
Me old man. It's me old man's, ain't it?
Is it, Miss Lestrade?
Yes, this is definitely all rather suspicious. Out of my way, please! Who's this picture postcard English gentleman? He's snazzy. Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. What's your problem, eh? There's no problem. As long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve. Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. If you think you're such a gent, you would know how to wait in line. Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket. How do you know that? Who are you? How do you know who I am? The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems. Oh, no. What? You mean from you? Broker? Yes, sir. I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? Oh, was it his? Yes. The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once.
Oh my.
Now that's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say, any music box, disc too. No, you can't have it. You just can't. It's me old man's. Or it was. Now it's mine. I don't know who to believe. Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo. This is a very awkward situation. Yeah, I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. Turn over to disc 2. Hold on, folks. Gotta insert. We're playing an old Final Fantasy game. All of a sudden, gotta put in the second disc.
Miss Lestrade, is what the gentleman is saying? What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it, obviously? I swear on my life, I ain't never laid eyes on that dandy before. Let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you brought in here just now. No, I swear it. I swear to God. It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street, minding my own business, when this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again. I thought to myself, those wretched pickpockets. Yet again? Oh yes, as you can see, I am a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time that I've been targeted by these backslum scoundrels. Now then, relinquish my overcoat. Ugh. Come along now, Miss Lestrade. Give the good gentleman his coat back. I still don't know if I believe him. Stealth! Hi, friend! Thank you so much for the raid. Oh, don't worry, I forgot my raid message. Oh, Stealth, don't worry. You know how I forget mine all the hecking time. How was Counter-Strike tonight? I hope it was fun. But welcome, friends. We are doing the final case of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So if you are avoiding spoilers, but please feel free to leave stream. I don't want to spoil the experience for anyone, but otherwise, if you enjoy a good murder mystery game, you come to the right place. Games were good. Oh, I'm glad. Games have been going good. We're on the last case of this game. We are caught up in main quests on Genshin, so just doing side quests. We've been doing some Hot Tofu Boyfriend Holiday Star DLC. Honestly, just so many hacky games I'm trying to get through. I make the mistake of playing too much at once all the time. If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police. Hold on. Why does everyone think it's me? Just look at this dandy cove, and you think I'm the dodgy one. I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you. Well, what about evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence that I've stolen something there? Come on, let's see it. Oh, I have evidence, naturally. You what? Evidence that the article Miss Lestrade redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman? Of course. We need only consult Mr. Windybank's ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place. Yes, brilliant. I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. Oh? I never ask customers' names. That's a strict policy of mine. But why not? Well now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity. Yes, I see. But then, how can you know if the article belongs to the person asking to redeem it? Oh, it's quite simple. Good sir, might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? Of course, it's... Professor. Yes, that's right. And all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt. A watchword? Interesting. The watchword is snood. So, what about these watchwords, Mr. Windybank? As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why. Ow! I thought somebody hit me. Did nobody hit me? I thought somebody hit me for some reason. I heard the sound. Oh my gosh. Hi, Fox. What's up, friend? How are you? Oh my gosh.
There are many reasons why certain customers would like to keep their activities. Ow! I did get hit! I wasn't imagining that! That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes now, was it? Great detectives have no dark secrets. None at all. Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault, or a password journal from Girl Tech. The date of deposit, a description, and a watchword uniquely identify each item. And of course, then I give the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. And if that someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the article? That's right, sir, yes, just as soon as the requisite fee is paid. And I have supplied you with the information you require already, but for the but for the avoidance of doubt. The article in question is an overcoat, deposited 2 months ago on 15th February. With a watchword, of course, Professor. All perfectly correct information, sir. But how? Really, this is beyond a joke now. There is no further room for doubt. Ugh. I still don't know who to believe. I need a sip of water. Okay. I still don't know who to believe. I don't believe him, because he just seems like a complete jerk. But unfortunately, she has stolen in the past, but I still believe her more than him. He picks what word out of his word of the day calendar. Oh my gosh. But then what coincidence would it be that he managed to get the correct word? Excuse me, but who are you? One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Oh, sorry, yes. We're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh, yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown-colored soup dressed up with exotic spices. You might be thinking of somewhere else. And what was that theatrical gesticulation all about? I was about to ask that too. Perhaps. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first, before inquiring after the name of another. Of course, yes. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student of law, really. My name is Susato Mikotoba. I am Mr. Naruhodo's assistant. I see. And you are? My name is Benedict. Yes, Eggert Benedict. Enchanté. Ghost. Ghost sucking Egbert. Ilya would be so proud. Oh my god, I was about to make an egg pun. You beat me to it. He's so refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks, but that name is suspicious. Now, to the matter at hand. What is with him? My overcoat. Return it at once to someone with the style to carry it off. Ugh. Every move he makes, every breath he takes. I can't stand watching him. I was just thinking of that song. Every move you make, every breath you take, every step you make. Wait, I was thinking of a completely different song. You, Vermilion, you just went all Vanessa Carlton on me. Da 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 da. And I need you. Da 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 da. And I miss you. So let that be an end to the matter. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Egbert Benedict, sir. I'm waiting for listen, I'm waiting for the murder to happen. You know it's gonna happen. With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. This is why I hate grown-ups. Just because I'm a diva, everyone thinks that makes me a liar. I didn't say you were lying. I don't trust him. And the contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker. But of course, sir, here's the disc for you. Just this one. Pardon, sir? I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another. Another disc? Oh dear. I regret to inform you, sir, that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. So, Götterling, you're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you? Says who, eh? I don't know nothing about it. Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style. Wait a minute, that disc is mine. Oh my gosh! What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal. Oh my, yes, there's blood on the disc. It's because of all those sharp little bumps. The man must have scratched his finger on them. I found it first, all right. I mean, it belonged to me, old man. So you're not having it. Or you take it. Me? If I hang on to it, they'll have it off me again, so you keep hold of it. Miss Lestrade, I have no... Miss Lestrade, you're asking a lot from me. Montaru! Hello! Thank you for the raid! Hi! Peace to the world, Montaru's raiding. How'd your stream go, Montaru? Welcome, raiders! You are just joining us for the final case of the first great Ace Attorney. So if you're avoiding spoilers, by all means, feel free to duck out and leave. I would never want to ruin the experience for you. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy your time here. You beat the main story of Indigo Disc. How did you like it? I've been meaning to get the DLC. Right now I got the Dreamlight Valley DLC on the top of my list, but I've heard really good things about the Pokemon DLC. It's very cool. I've heard so many good things. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. I hope you're doing well, friend. From one disc to another. That's right, technically we're going from Indigo Disc to Ace Attorney, Mystery Ace Attorney disc with little bumps on it that everyone's fighting over, and I don't know why. Miss Lestrade, why is this disc so important to her? That's a good question. I feel like there's gonna be a murder over it. You there, in the black livery. Hand that disc to me at once, please. No, don't! He's lying! Grown-ups are all liars. What do I do now? How am I going to resolve this? I don't have to make a choice, do I? No, seriously, do I have to make a choice here? I'm gonna save. Because I have no idea if this is important. I'm having a lot of anxiety here. I don't do conflict well. Save complete. Okay. I don't know. One of you take this, please. I'm having anxiety. Wow, Miss Lestrade is really looking daggers at that mysterious gentleman. We need to do something to calm things down before she loses control and attacks him again. Okay, look at those piercing eyes. He's clearly in no mood to talk. We have to do something quickly before this mysterious gentleman leaves to fetch the police or something. Oh, I don't know. I'm having anxiety. Mr. Windybank is clearly at a loss here. We have to do something about this before he reaches for that revolver of his. I'm out of ideas here. Sholmes? Oh my gosh. Why is he... Does he not see what's going on right now? Mr. Sholmes, I need a little assistance here. Mr. Sholmes? What are you examining with such keen interest there? Are you as you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. Mr. Sholmes? So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows. Cruelly ostracized as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship. I had nothing to occupy my mind, but was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So, feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Whilst, as you shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend I have left, this 7% solution of caramel. Is he Sadia? Pray, do you claim to understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Naruhodo? But how could you? I was so lonely, so desperately lonely. Then why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know. Yes, I overheard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered. You really were sad, weren't you? Poor Mr. Sholmes. I feel simply awful for you. It would seem that my inferences are correct. Oh, surely you're not about to tell us that you've solved the entire case once again. My dear madam, sometimes I wonder, were my genius for deduction to be commoditized, how much could I pawn it for? It seems Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration, but who knows if it will help to resolve the situation between Miss Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman. What's the right thing to do here? I'm gonna listen. I have no clue. I'm gonna listen to the deduct. If we gotta do a deduction dance, that's fine. Well, Miss Lestrade, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament. Where the blue blazes have you been, eh? Pardon? When a lady's in trouble, a true gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away. Not an hour later. Didn't you ask him to leave earlier? Harsh. And who, pray tell, are you? Mr. Eggert Benedict, you have in my eyes a veritably an encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon. The first is this. The true reason for your visit to the pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed. And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation, one you will orchestrate with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? How? He's turned as white as a hard-boiled egg. I mean, it's in his name. Just don't actually put him in a pot of boiling water. It would seem that once again Mr. Sholmes has made a flawless deduction.
Just who do you think you are, sir? Ah, yes, as I hoped. That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for. So, shall we begin? The time has come for yet another Airlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular. Oh boy, we get to do one before the end of stream tonight. Oh, I'm gonna take a sip of water. Okay. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured to this pawnbrokery today. Your claim to have followed this pickpocketeer, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer. The piece of paper in your hand is the staff wanted advertisement from this very shop. Yet even the most unobservant would soon realize that a man of your appearance had no such has no need of such employ. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane, which you unwittingly clutched to your person, exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. What utter rot! I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak of course, is the missing ferrule. The end of any walking cane would be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip. And yet the detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of this stick to be utterly bare. Therefore, there is only one conclusion. The rod that you hold in your hand appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all. It actually looks like it actually looks very similar to the same ones that are on the side of the counter from before. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present yourself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding the riddle, you see. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. What walking cane demands such a stout handle, mused I. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that rod. That's what I was thinking. Is the broken handle of a shovel. Chat, is it a shovel or a spade again? Oh no. We're back. Oh my gosh, they're back. Are you insane? And now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here was to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. What a calculated crime you have conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime. Oh, Mo. I'm worried it's going back to that. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbrokery with a broken shovel? I mean, you could also do it with a spoon if you got lots of time on your hands. What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there? Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose. You could find treasure, oil, dinosaur bone. Save for such a fanciful theory,
A fallout vault? What possible reason could I have to do as you say? Oh, but there is ample reason. I mean, if your neighbor's a hobbit who lives under the ground, I mean, hobbits live in holes under the ground, plausible. Bilbo Baggins. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the council notice on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. This letter gives notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. And according to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewerage works, beneath this shop runs a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road. This madness has entered the sewers now, has it? Ninja Turtles. By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway that flows in very close proximity to the great vault of the financial institution opposite. What are you? A bank heist? In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by dint of the underground tunnels. Master plan? Which brings us, at last, to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make off from the underground vault of the bank? Are you quite serious? Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? I have no... Hi, Deku! Hi, baby boy! I thought I felt cat claws digging into my butt. My boy! It's the big man! Do you want to say hi to everyone? Or did you come in here to go to bed? Deku, 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 Deku! Who's my little super kitty? You are! I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. A postcard of the Great Exhibition? I'm afraid you've quite lost me. Currently in the final stages of preparation, the Great Exhibition will soon be underway, and the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank on the other side of this road. Pardon? Yes, the considerable crime you have been contemplating. What are you doing? What is that? Where did all you cats come from? Are you all getting into trouble? Who's under my feet? Somebody's under my foot. Who's under my foot? Hi! Was that you? Or your brother? Was that you or the little... And a gizmo! I have my big man and my little lad. It's a gizmo! Gizzy! Thank you for just telling everyone this confidential information, Shomes. Yes, thank you, Shomes. I'm so sorry. I'm busy petting the cats right now. Gizzy! Did you guys decide it's bedtime? Are you putting yourselves to bed? Is the theft of that, which sits in the vault of that bank, the special reserve funds for the Great Exhibition? Of course, that is top secret police information, so keep it under your hat, please. Why did you tell us? Well, if it was that top secret information, why are you telling us this? You're such a blabbermouth, Mr. Shomes. Could you imagine Shomes just going on Twitter and being like, okay, everyone, this is top secret police information, so keep it to yourselves. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle.
Mr. Sholmes? Well, Mr. Naruhodo, an impressively upbeat deduction, or a detective racked with loneliness, would you not agree? Was it true what you said about the bank over the road and what it has in its vault? Indeed, though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Then why do you know this? Then you should not be telling anyone this. You're gonna get in trouble. Gregson told me in the strictest confidence. I think Gregson's the one who's gonna get in trouble. I don't want to get Greggy in trouble. But you just announced it to everyone here. Rather loudly, in fact. And if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it? There can be but one explanation for that. Clearly it is because the man is a criminal. You know, Mr. Sholmes is just as bad as keeping secrets as Ryuji. But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as you said, then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret. Oh. Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Windybank will. He already has plenty of shovels here after all. Oh my life, I assure you I'm not so unscrupulous. Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost care. One can never be sure that someone privy to the secrets won't disclose them, and once the word is out, it's out. Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes. An excellent idea, Mr. Naruhodo. An excellent idea! Remind me not to give Mr. Sholmes the password to like, your Netflix account or anything. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, you know what to do, I'm sure. Yes, let's listen to the great deduction again and see if we can massage it into shape. Very well then, let us start once more from the beginning of Airlock Sholmes' magnificent logic and reasoning spectacular. Okay. Time to get our thinking caps on and really pay attention here. Tunnel underneath the pawnbrokery. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured into this pawnbrokery. You claim to have followed the pickpocket here, having had a redemption ticket. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. Don't tell Mr. Sholmes the last 4 digits of your CCV. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's revealed by which you hold in your hand. Okay. Yes, what brought you to this in the first place, staff? There it is. So, by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came in here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down through the floor. Yes, in an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault of the bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he? No, I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere. The question is where? What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular time? Alright, I'm focusing on that flyer. Can I see behind it? Oh, wait a second. There we go. Hold on, I can't see. Oh, look at all the scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here. I don't believe it. What is it? Listen to what it says. Name Gina Lestrade, height 5'2". Now, if anybody makes a comment about Gina being 2 inches taller than me, we're gonna have a problem. Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade. Goodness! There's even a sketch of her, hat and all. Although if you showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launcher in his face for sure. And look, the details of this shop have been written down here too. Windybank's Pawnbrokery, Baker Street, redemption deadline 15th of April, which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all the information scrawled on the back of that piece of paper?
There it is.
Take that!
Yes, I'm very well aware she's a child, and I am not. I am. Thank you, Tylenos. You're very observant.
Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket, Miss Lestrade, and to Mr. Windybake's pawnbrokery. You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you. But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean here to Windybank's pawnbrokery, and today, the redemption deadline of that overcoat. So, you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. And you have gone to some length to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane, which you unwittingly clutched to your person, exhibits incontrovertible. Okay, we gotta get through that. I'm going to ship really quick. Okay, I am out of water. What's a ferrule? It's the metal cap commonly found on the end of a cane, Mr. Naruhodo. The bit that makes the nice clacking sound on the pavement? Yes, exactly. And Mr. Sholmes is right, it appears to be missing on this cane. But it doesn't actually look broken, does it? No, it doesn't. Though the gentleman certainly did recoil when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious. In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we don't know. I think I already know because I saw it in an earlier scene. The Bruger. I don't know if that has to do with it. Those aren't your initials, sir. Look here, Miss Susato. There are some letters on the handle. Ah, yes, those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their names. So Erlach Sholmes would be HS, you mean? That's right. And the initials on this cane, obviously... Oh, AG? Why does it feel as though that's not quite right?
No, it should be EG. Just present it?
Take that!
I love how they zoom in on the extremely obvious initials only for Sholmes to go to something completely different. I know, right? Even I noticed the initials earlier and I was like, AG. The contradiction of which I speak, of course, the initialing. A most astute observation, would you say, Mr. Eggert Benedict? We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet in a most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. An incontrovertible contradiction indeed, would you not agree? No, you're wrong. This cane isn't... You said before that you had the cane for years. Ugh. So, don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park. In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. That's just his Discord name. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? Well, And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer to the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind the rod you bear? Okay, we're going back to this. Your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding the riddle. There we go. Let's consider the bare bones of what's happened here. Miss Lestrade redeemed that fine-looking overcoat. And now a mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name, and claiming that the overcoat belongs to him. But we know that he actually identified Miss Lestrade from a written description,
which suggests that everything else he's told us is untrue. So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him.
Okay, so we're gonna have to look for something here. Wait a second. I'm trying to get a good look. Ugh. That looks broken. That looks like it got damaged. Hold on. There we go. Now I see it better.
Oh, the seam on the shoulder there is coming apart. Look. So it is. Do you know, a moment ago when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said, I thought I heard him make a rather strange noise. It sounded like a tiny growl. But now I think it was probably the sound of the seam ripping open. If you look closely, it does seem to be a very tight fit. The sleeves are stretched to bursting, and he wouldn't have a hope of fastening it at the front. If he were to run around in it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart. That I'd like to see. Sorry? So how can we make Mr. Benedict run around?
She's really giving this some thought. Oh my gosh, I love Susato. Alright, I'm presenting that.
Take that!
The split seam, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see?
Ugh. Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit.
Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart.
My suspicions were aroused from the outset. When you so badly lied about your name and so boldly waylaid this pickpocket. This catalogue of untruths has all been for one very specific purpose. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Windybank. We got him! What really irks me is this. The considerable crime I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. I'm so sorry, Mr. Sholmes. To abscond with the redeemed item. Solved. On to number 2. And then we'll probably call it after we figure out this one. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, designed a wheeze to filch some tardy article of pottage. Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article in a proper manner, using the watchword? Had I not been the one to deposit it in the first place? How could I possibly have known the relevant details? Oh no, I so butchered that. Oh, but the watchword can be discovered. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. And your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider how one might come to learn a secret watchword relating to the pawned property of another. The method is revealed by the council notice. There we go again.
The direction of the deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think.
Yes, no more talk of tunneling into the sewers.
Which is a pity because it all sounded rather exciting. Anyway, you can't deny that this mysterious gentleman did know the watchword.
Yes, Professor.
If you didn't know the word, Mr. Windybank would never allow you to redeem the article. Or looking at it another way, if you did know that word, Mr. Windybank would allow you to redeem the article whether it was yours or not.
So the question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword out somehow? Whenever Sholmes just tries to tie things back to his original deduction, even when it no longer makes sense. Look, you gotta give him points for trying. Is it the note?
Look at this, Miss Susato. It appears to be a memento that Mr. Windybank scribbled to himself.
Because he's got to remind himself of the watchwords. I doubt he remembers all of them. Let's see, what does it say?
Oh, Professor.
It's right out in the open.
Mr. Windybank must make a note of the watchwords his customers give him right before their eyes. And in an alarmingly clear script as well. Oh dear, I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see?
It's clearly the photo of the dog. That's the most suspicious thing here.
Take that!
The method is revealed by the note lid on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn to.
Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response uttered on a notelet he has to hand. Hello, Chaos. How are you? Yes. Welcome to the Himbo Squad night. I love it. Oh, Chaos. I love that. That's what I'm gonna refer to her Sherlock from now on. Yes, meet Eggert Benedict. Oh my gosh. Now, I accidentally, it is Eggert, but I accidentally said eggs. Because now I'm thinking about breakfast food again. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question. I would expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker. But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about?
It is increasingly apparent that you were present in the shop before your accusation against Miss Lestrade. In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Windybank.
When the diligent broker made a note of the watchword, as is his common practice,
you observed him writing the word professor on the notelet beside the ledger.
And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawned article from the young Miss Lestrade. Master plan? Which brings us, at last, to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. Why would you go to such lengths to redeem that particular article from this pawnbroker? Are you quite serious? For an ill-fitting overcoat hardly seems to justify the effort, much less a worthless music box disc. But naturally, you had very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us what we need to know.
This article we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box disc that was in one of the pockets, which according to Mr. Windybank isn't even worth a penny. And yet this man went to such lengths to steal them. Why? I wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence we need to explain it, Mr. Naruhodo. Could we? Really? I'd better have a thorough look through all the evidence we've collected so far.
But it is not the armband. Don't even try it.
Look at all the little bumps on the desk. They're so tiny. Yes, the protrusions are called pins, and they pluck the teeth of the comb to make notes.
The claw. I have been chosen.
And just on the edge, there's a small amount of blood. Yes, the blood of the mysterious Mr. Eggert Benedict. When Miss Lestrade tried to grab the disc from him, the pin scratched his fingers, it seems. Like when you're grating some daikon radish and accidentally catch your finger. Ouch. Just thinking about it hurts and puts me off eating radish.
That's okay. I don't like radish either. Ooh. Mr. McGilded. Oh. It all goes back to the man who burned in the omnibus alive. He cooked real good. Welcome back. It does. Oh my gosh. I had no idea this was going to tie back to that. We still never figured out what happened. I think we're just about to, Shad.
There's a little scrap of paper stuck onto the reverse side of the disc. Look. And a scribbled word or two. It looks like somebody's name.
For McGilded. McGilded. It couldn't be. For McDonald. It's a McDonald's Happy Meal toy.
But it is Mr. Naruhodo, a name I shall never forget as long as I live. But why? Why is his name on this? Oh, we figured it out. Oh, I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Take that!
Killed by the Grimace. I'll bet you, before he burned in the omnibus, he had a Grimace, and Grimace locked him in there and burned him. That is who we need to put on trial. You see, this music box disc tells us all we need to know. Ooh, ooh, we did it. What's that on the back? It reads for McGilded. Ugh. Mr. Magnus McGilded, the unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. A prominent man in London, though his loan-mongering demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples. So, you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate? Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature. In fact, he was precisely the right size for that overcoat that you squeezed yourself into. Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Eggert Benedict. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. We did it! All Grimace wanted was for the people to be happy on his birthday. I was happy on his birthday! Rianosuke just described a 5'0" tall man as of unusually short. Okay, but I am not unusually short stature for being, you know? Don't you dare. Well, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear in these circumstances. Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind. Yeah, I can confirm Tylenos is not 5'0". When I'm with Tylenos in person, I have to, like, stand up on my toes and look up at Tylenos like, hi, Tylenos, I missed you. Pray tell, Miss Susato. I can confirm he is. Well, according to what Mr. Windybank told us earlier, yes, I do. What of it? What of it, Chaos? So I need a milk crate. What of it? Today was the final day on which the coat could have been redeemed, was it not? Yes, madam, that is correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Well, today is 15th of April, so 2 months ago today. Would have been the 15th of February, sir. That's right. It's all carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m., I see. What? But that suggests... Yes, 15th of February. What time did he burn? It's precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place. And 10:30 in the evening is precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding. Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence. You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose, however. Oh! I must insist you hand over the music box disc now. Oh, you know what? You can have it, buddy. It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box. Are you threatening me, sir? What do I do? Oh, almost. I don't. Refuse. He's bluffing. I don't think he's bluffing. There's a bullet in there, and I know that for a fact. What do you think?
I'm a coward and I'm thinking of handing it over. I'm gonna be honest. He's not bluffing. You know what, buddy? It's all yours. He could shoot me at any moment. I hate to give in, but what other choice do I really have here? Mr. Oh, it's a different gun. Oh, I thought he stole his. Oh, it's a duel. Mr. Windybank, this is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were to happen, I should have to take my own life. Mr. Windybank, no. All right, that's enough. Greggy! Inspector Gregson! Oh, thank God. How did you know? Inspector? That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines, so we got here as fast as we could. Now, what's all this about, eh? Oh, praise be. You're here at last. I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment. I would put that down, sir. The police are here. You're done for. It would seem you have the upper hand. Right, you lot have got some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy. Petty? Mr. Windybank very nearly met with his end. Yeah, and so did I. Yeah, by his own gun as far as I can tell. Don't forget the one being pointed at us. Oh dear. And the whole of Britain could meet with its end if I don't get to the bottom of the case I'm supposed to be working on. What? What on earth is the case, Inspector? Spare no detail, Gregson. I might have said a little too much. No matter, it's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station. But of course, Inspector. What just happened? Oh, he's getting away! Get after him, lads. Whistle the beat officer, too. He stole the fish and chip. No, it's okay. He still has it. I mean, to be fair, I would also probably steal someone's fish and chips. There's been a spat of thefts at pawn shops round here lately, so we fitted emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to let us know when there's trouble. That's actually smart. Oh, Inspector, I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed. Now then, Mr. Permanently in Mourning. Oh, yes? I'll be taking whatever it is of McGilded's down to the yard. Thank you very much. So hand it over. Oh, yes, of course. No, don't! Don't give it to him! It's mine, that is, mine! I'm sorry, miss, but anything belonging to McGilded has to be taken in as evidence now. As evidence? If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. Oh my gosh, you guys do. Oh no, Shad! See, I'd be very afraid of bumping into that button. I would actually be really scared. Knowing me, I do it on accident all the time. Jam it in your pocket. Just shove the fish and chips down there. As long as they're not covered with like sauce, because then your pockets are gonna be full of fish and chips and sauce. Your fans are gonna smell like horseradish. And so we handed Mr. McGilded's disc over to Inspector Gregson. And we were summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street. Alrighty, chat. That is our to be continued for the night. So this is where we will call it. Saving our progress. And we
we will continue this next time. So, a patient who was currently having a spat with the staff thought someone called the cops on him, and it was a oh gosh, no. See, that button would freak me out because I'm so accident prone. I would be crying in tears upon, like, oh gosh, no. Like, unless the button is, like, covered with a box, you can, like, pull it, like, if I'm making any sense, you could, like, pull it down and then slap the button, but if the button is just, like, out there for you to, like, bump into, like, say my hip bumps into it, I'm like, no, don't do it! Oh no, I'm so sorry that happened, Shad. An entire street. Well, we kind of do have, not a case, but we did discover that there's some sort of link between Mr. Eggs Benedict here and McGilded. So yeah, this entire last case is gonna have to do with why McGilded was burned alive inside the omnibus, calling that now as I see it. That's a really long prologue to an upcoming case, but this is the final case of an Ace Attorney game, so again, kind of expecting that. But you know what? We got up to a to be continue. So I'm really glad we got up to that, honestly. I also forgot to mention for anyone that either subbed or threw in some biddies, we have new games on the dock, so feel free to take a look at that too if you'd like to put your points toward anything. I still think this is one of the longest prologues to a game. This definitely feels like it's one of the longest prologues to a game. Oh, I gotta update Nightbutt. I am so sorry. That is my fault. I gotta copy the link to the sheet. Feel free to have oh gosh. Oh, that is really long. That is the wrong link. I don't know if you have the link to the sheet, Tyler. I have to go grab the old link from you know where and plug it into Nightbutt. So we have the link to the sheet. I knew I forgot something. Tyler knows you're a doll. Thank you. So feel free to take a look at that. You can always let us know in Discord if you want to put your points towards anything. Feel free to let us know or store your points. You are free to store your points if you would like to do that. Currently, I think Layden is in the lead. The first Professor Layden game is in the lead. This game was the Great Ace Attorney was the last game voted on. Layden is right behind it. I am still debating on going back to Final Fantasy X too. I don't know if people are interested. I think people are, so I will probably get back to it. I just feel so bad. Yes, resubs do get a vote. Absolutely, Shad. Any kind of support to the stream, whether it's a resub, a prime sub, like literally, tips, stream loots, cards, biddies, anything like that. Absolutely go to a vote. You just let us know. You could just let me know. You could let any of the mods know, and we could plug it in for you. And then the doc does the math automatically because Tylenos did the Excel magic, the Google Excel magic. And just made the doc so pretty and easy to plug in. So I love Tylenos so much, honestly. Portal 2, okie dokie. You can absolutely put your points toward Portal 2's got a lot of points right now too. I know we got to get to that. I know people are looking forward to see me struggle bussing in Portal 2. Ow. Thank you, Tylenos. Owie. Oh my goodness. Anyway, thank you guys so much for stopping in tonight. You're welcome, Shad. Thank you so much for the subby. You would like yours towards Layden? Of course, Vermilion. Absolutely. Owie, I got hit with the snood. Ow. I try to do something a little extra for the support and let you guys decide what we're playing. Apart from just like the regular benefits and things like that, like the bit badges and sub emotes and things like that. I try to come up with new things to thank you guys for everything. But yeah, I hope you guys have a really good night. I will be back tomorrow, usual time. At least I should. If something comes up, I'll let you know. But I know tomorrow's Friday. we could either do some Genshin, we could finish up some Hot Tofu Boyfriend holiday DLC. I also kind of want to do some Paradise Marsh is going to be like a really short cozy game too, like Tiny Sticker Tale, that I'd like to showcase here too. So I'm not sure, but I'll let you guys know if anything comes up, but I am planning for a stream tomorrow, so we'll see. And then we'll be back to this next week. So we'll go find a friend right now to hit up for a raid. But also thank you guys so much for all the raids tonight. I super appreciate it. We had so many raids tonight. Shout outs again to Shad, to Shell Shock, to Stealth, and to Montaru for all the raids tonight. Thank you guys so much. Be sure you guys are following all of them. They are very good. They're very good peeps, very good peepers. And I'm sure they would love the support as well. To my streamer friends, I want to support all my streamer friends. They deserve it so much. And I am checking to see who is live, but of course there are the socials. Feel free to follow those. You do not have to, but feel free. And if it was your first time here, hello, I'm Okami. I am a Wolf Goddess VTuber. We do a variety of games here, so if any of those, like I said earlier, sounds like your cup of tea, feel free. I like to do cozy, wholesome games, murder mysteries, horror games, Genshin streams, so eventually Star Rail. When I have the time. I keep saying we're gonna do it. I never find the time, but I swear one day it'll happen. But yeah, if you enjoyed any of those, please feel free to follow along the channel. We're still working our way towards 1,000 followers, so that's gonna be my goal for 2024. I sincerely hope we can hit that. That would be so cool. I would love to plan something once we hit 1,000 followers on Twitch. But I am checking to see who is currently live. But of course, whether you were here for just even 5 minutes, if you were lurking, of course, I adore you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be here. You know, I don't ever expect that, but you guys are so awesome. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much the support means to me, and I keep getting to do what I love on this channel. So thank you so much. I am currently seeing who is still live right now, but I know, would you guys like to, let me just pop in to Twitch, thank you. Would you guys, like to pop in for some, I don't know, Abiotic Factor. I don't know what it is, but Dyer is playing it. We can use, it's always a cozy time over at Dyer, so we can go send a note to Dyer. We'll go send the loves over there. I cannot minimize. Okay, there I go. Hermione, hon. Hi, I'm so sorry. I'm just about calling it, but I hope you're doing good, hon. My other half has work tomorrow, so I want to make sure I end at a good time so they get the good sleeps. But I appreciate you dropping in, hon. Thank you so much. But we're gonna go send the love over to Dyer. Okami breaks her computer part 2. No, I cannot afford to break my computer. I cannot afford to do that. If I break my computer, there goes streams, honestly. Oh my goodness gracious. Anyway, I'm crying. When does winter break start? For JT? Soon. I don't know the exact date, but soon JT will be going on winter break. So I'm planning a whole bunch of streams. I'm planning a watch party before Zeldathon. I'm planning like a holiday movie watch party. I don't know if y'all would be down for Muppets Christmas Carol. That's kind of what I was feeling. I was also like gonna take a vote, but that was just kind of what was on my mind ever since Gonzo was on the Game Awards. And I just love that movie. But I am planning some kind of pre-Zeldathon watch party before it happens. So
I would love to spend time with y'all for that. I will put up details soon to come with that, like a poll for a day or something like that, and a poll for a movie. That was just my thought process, also just because I have Disney Plus, so that was just what came to my mind, honestly. But I've been talking your ear off. We're gonna go send the love to Dyer. So please give him all the love. And like I said, I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Hopefully 8 o'clock. If I start at 9, I'm so sorry, but hopefully 8 o'clock. Maybe I'll put up a poll. I'll put up a poll to see what we play tomorrow. If we do Bird Game, if we do Genshin, whatever we decide to do. Currently picturing the Muppets in a Hallmark movie. I would so be down for that, not gonna lie. There is no Snoon movie. I'm not directing that. I'm also not a director. Thank you guys so much, though, for everything tonight. I hope you enjoyed Ace Attorney night. I really sincerely do. You remember that you guys are awesome. You guys are the absolute beans. You are the eggs to my toast. Because we were talking about egg and toast earlier. So that's a good analogy. And you're full of protein. I don't know where I'm going with this. I just love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all the support. You're the Eggert to my Benedict. Yes, I'll go with that. Thank you, Tyler. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for whatever it is we do. But have a fantastic rest of your night. I hope the start of your weekend tomorrow is great. Get a good night's sleep. Make sure you're staying hydrated, staying warm. And I will hecking see you guys tomorrow for whatever it is we do. And be sure to send Dyer all the love tonight, of course. Hey, have a good night, guys. I love you all. Boy, boy. I can't do a Kermit voice. I'm sorry. I failed.